transmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
Well, it is Friday evening, and it's in the fall, which means there is a ton of festivals going on.
That's right.
You've had, like, if we look back over these last few weeks, Jonathan, we've got, like, Black Gold Festival, Gingerbread Festival, the Mountain Heritage Festival going on right now in Whitesburg, Kentucky.
And Winston has attended all of them.
He's rode a bull at all of them.
I know.
Now, some of you have expressed concern that you're worried about Winston and this bull riding. I'm not worried about Winston. I'm worried about the bull.
I am too.
Poor Fu Manchu is probably, oh my goodness, the poor bull. Do we have anybody with animal cruelty watching? Because Winston has rode this bull
What,
to
5
no
times?
end. Oh my goodness.
5 times.
Now granted, he don't last on it very long, from what I hear. Rodeo, our good friend Rodeo from over at Fish Pond, is trying to coach him and get him better. But to this point, it's not been good, I don't think. But Jonathan, it is Friday night, and I'm back here in front of this camera with you in Heinemann, Kentucky at the studio. And don't it feel good just to be here every week?
It does. I love it here.
Yeah.
It's honestly the best place to be, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to be at Hometown 24 on a Friday night.
I can't understand it. You know, every day at Knott County Central when I'm sitting there, Principal Bobby Pollard walks in, and I'm usually sitting in the office, and he says, "Do you not work? Like, did I not pay you to teach?" And I'm always like, "Well, Mr. Pollard, you do, but, you know, Friday nights is where it's at, man. Friday nights, I'm trying to get him to just let me do a full-time broadcast from Knott County Central.
That would be amazing.
Just full time. Like anytime you turn it on. Can we make 25 plus where when we turn it on it's just me and Jonathan and occasionally Winston sitting at
Here's the
Knott
thing.
County
He
Central?
won't show up.
Well, that's why I threw in occasionally.
Okay.
That's why I threw in occasionally.
Fair enough.
So he might be there. But a lot of things coming up for everybody
That's
on
right.
this show tonight. And I reminded everybody on Facebook earlier, I at first said that this is the healthiest option for you on a Friday night, but then I realized that it's not even remotely healthy to watch us, and there's a lot of other healthy options. But this is probably still what you should do, and I'm very glad that you're here with us. A lot of things switching up tonight. We got a few, and listen, y'all don't even know, in the few coming weeks, what we have in store for you all. And we're gradually, you know us in this show, you have to be afraid sometimes when you tune in.
Yeah.
We're going to gradually break them in, Jonathan, just gradually.
Well, you guys are gradually breaking me.
Well, you've done...
And this has been horrible. I have never in my life been more terrified.
Well, I had to tell him a minute ago, welcome to the family. You all don't get to hear what goes on off camera during the breaks, but we're a big family, and you know how families treat each other.
And, you know, speaking of family, we're missing our buddy Harold tonight.
Yes, and that is going to be one of the break-ins. You know, tonight, Harold Mullins, he likes to claim that he was hitting his hole-in-one on that hole over at, I don't know where he was at, if he was at Stonecrest, Raven Rock, where he was at. He claims he was hitting a hole-in-one, but I still refuse to say it's anything other than old age.
I agree. The ongoing joke is that I call him Papa Harold.
Yeah.
Because he is twice the age of everyone in here, other than David.
Papa Harold. Well, I told him, I said, Harold, if you want to get back to doing football with us here on Hometown 24, we give Harold a lot of heck, but we love Harold. He's so knowledgeable at the game, and I'm sure he's tuned in watching us right now. He has so much knowledge about the game, and I want him back here so dearly. And I told him if he's going to get back here with us, two things is going to happen. One, he's got to figure out a way to reverse his age. And two, he's going to have to start bringing all those bologna sandwiches down here to us and quit eating them up there.
Hey, well, now that you say that, he might actually get in his vehicle, drive down here, just to make a guest appearance.
Whatever we can do to get Harold here.
That's all
But,
that matters.
yeah. And another guest here will be her debut here on Before the Whistle with us. She's not new to you. I'm sure you've heard her voice several times on Hometown 24, but her debut here on BTW today. I'm excited about that.
I am too.
Very excited about that. She may or may not be the reason I found out that none of us have ever gotten a raise once you see all the good things she's able to do. But all kinds of stuff. You know, we're in week 3 or week 4 of the NFL. Week 4 of the NFL. We've got that. The Cats are in full swing. SEC play again this weekend. And to beat it all, it's Friday, so we've got KHSAA football in the Bluegrass.
Here on Hometown 24.
And this is going to amaze you.
You're not even ready. I'm not even ready.
This is going to make... Jonathan, in the past, we've only been able to talk 15 minutes about high school football because we've only had 1 or 2 games going in the area. Today, we've got like 6 games going on in our coverage area. And I'm so freaking pumped, I can't even stand it. I can't even stand it.
Is that why you've been so like fitzy this evening?
It is. It is.
You've been worrying me all evening, but now I know.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But we're glad you are here. We know we've got all of our loyal viewers here with us today, just like our buddy Jordan Feltner, who always tunes in to watch us. And if you're cool like Jordan, you're here tonight too. All that when we come back here in just a moment. Hometown 24, Wes Smith, Jonathan Hicks, when we come back. Boom.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
So, as we said, we have all kinds of football action this week.
Tons.
We're getting deeper into the NFL. College football is it. Fall is the second greatest season of the year.
No, it's the greatest season.
Well, the only reason I say it's not the greatest is because it's the second greatest because you've got all this football action, and basketball kicks off October the 15th, first official practice. That's like right. I've texted President Joe Biden like 6 times now and asked him to declare that a national holiday. And I don't know if I've just made up this random number for him in my phone and it's not really his number, and that I'm not really friends with the president like I wish I was cool enough to be, but I guess not, because he's never, it always pops up and says this number is not connected or something like that.
I must have the wrong number too, because every time I text you, you don't respond. So.
Oh my goodness.
I will never let you live it down.
Never text me on Facebook Messenger. You can even ask my family that. It never happens.
And don't ask him for his number, because he definitely won't
Never
give it
happens.
to you.
I forget to check all of that. Always. But
he's always posting. Always posting.
Well, that's not Messenger.
I'm
going to
be petty. I'm going to be petty. On the football.
I'm putting you on the spot right off the bat, Jonathan. It's the NFL season. It's kicking off. Every single person watching this show knows who the greatest NFL player out there is. Even Josh Cornett, if he don't want to believe it.
And his
don't
name
want
is
to accept
Patrick Mahomes.
No, negative. It is not Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, it is.
We know that TB12, no introduction necessary, the GOAT. But you're going to say something that I think even is going to surprise everybody right here.
That's right.
I want to put you on the spot. We're getting into further and further into the NFL season, and we do have a little bit of news coming up. You just saw that they did extend the wild card until Monday. So now it's they're playing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that's going to be interesting.
Which is great.
It's great, I think. I think it's great.
Something to do after class at Elsa.
Yeah, I think it's great. One team that won't have to have that wild card is, I think we all know who that's going to be. But anyway, I know you like to watch football over there in Pippa Passes. I want to know right now, out of all the football you've watched, all the Mondays, the Sundays, the Thursdays, any day you watch football, who do you think is the top performing team in the NFL right now?
It's definitely not the Cowgirls.
No.
But it is Tampa
I don't think
Bay.
anybody insinuated that.
It is Tampa Bay. And this is coming from a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So it's Tampa Bay. That's right.
And I think there's only one reason for that, but we'll get over that. So Tampa Bay, what do you see with Tampa Bay that you're just like, man, this could be a team that we watch back-to-back years in the Super Bowl?
Efficiency. You never see that team mess up.
Yeah.
And when you do, they bounce right back and gain 40 yards. And that's because of Tom Brady. You know, whenever you mess up, and this is me speaking in regards to the Chiefs, we have no line. It is pitiful. Half of our salary is taken up in line, and we have Josh Cornett playing center for us. It is horrible. No offense. But whenever you watch Tampa Bay, it is pure efficiency. The entire team is clicking on all cylinders. Everyone knows what's going to happen. They don't mess up, and that's why they're winning.
Well, and I couldn't agree more. And we've even, we're going to talk about college football later on this show, but Tampa Bay, a team, in a roundabout way, I think you can compare their efficiency with a team such as Alabama.
Yes.
And the Tide, the Crimson Tide with Nick Saban, because Alabama, we really don't see them kill. They never have this flashy, outstanding QB.
That's right.
He's a QB that makes efficient plays, don't throw many interceptions, and they rely heavily on defense. And then if you make a mistake, you're going to pay for it.
Right.
We watched the Gators go in last week against a very good Crimson Tide team. And to me, I don't even think you watched the Gators. I don't think they could ever mimic. They played near a perfect game, I think. I don't know if you could mimic that again if you're Florida. But Bama still capitalizing off of mistakes.
Exactly.
And you see Tampa Bay do that a lot.
And that's the entire point. And I'm glad that you made that comparison because it's not about the flash. You know, it's not about how cool you look whenever you do it or how fast you can run the ball up the field.
Yeah.
Over the course of 12 minutes or whenever you're so efficient, it doesn't matter how good you look. It matters that you're getting the job done.
Right.
And that's what Tampa Bay has done every game this season.
Well, and I honestly wish we could televise. I said we're all family here. The argument me and Josh Cornick got in last week via text. You didn't get to be in on that. I wish you had been. Josh, huge Russell Wilson fan, but he didn't try to argue that Russell Wilson is better. He even admitted that Tom Brady's great. But one thing we mentioned was Tom Brady is efficient with the fact that a lot of his passes are going to be 10 to 15 yards.
Yep.
And you might have some yards after catch, but normally his passes travel in the air 10 or 15 yards. And that makes the defense really have to work hard. And then, if you pull up a Tom Brady highlight, you're going to see 50 and 60-yard throws. It's great. But he's so efficient, and to me, if you're a quarterback and that's working for you, you keep doing it, right?
Well, I can't tell you how many times that me and David Adams, every time I've caught a game with somebody, we always say, if it's working, why are you stopping it?
Yeah.
And, we watched that last week.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady, when he gets the wheels going, he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why he has how many rings?
Well, from my calculations, I think he just got 7.
I like that. I like that one.
But you heard in his own words, his favorite one is this season.
Yeah.
This season. I love it. You got to love it. So, speaking of the Buccaneers having probably the most promising looking season right now, could their biggest test be against the Rams this week?
Yes. And the reason I say yes is because last year, that was constantly the conversation that was going on. Was, well, Tom Brady's great, but he hasn't played the Rams yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And whenever it does happen, you can guarantee that it will be talked about next Friday on this show. So if you're a Tom Brady fan, come back.
It's gonna happen.
It is.
And if you're not a Tom Brady fan and you want to get mad at me talking about Tom Brady, come back and you can get mad again.
That's right. Hate on us if it brings you back.
No, and don't get me wrong. I think that when I look, you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
I am.
If I sit back and look, I think Patrick Mahomes is amazing. I think he is unbelievable.
He is for his age. He's unreal.
I think he's unbelievable. And I do think that as soon as Tom Brady hits 62 years old and retires, that if Patrick Mahomes is still around, he's going to be amazing.
That's right. And question, did Tom Brady and Harold Black take pictures together at prom?
Probably.
I thought so. I'll find the picture and we'll
We'll see if we can get that together. Yeah, about the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about positive that Harold showed me his yearbook from like 1942. And Tom Brady was next to him, holding a football, actually.
If Harold moved at 43 years old the way Tom Brady did, then he would be doing more than, he wouldn't be at home.
No.
Sorry, Harold.
No. We miss you.
He'll claim to you that he wrote the song for Toby Keith. That I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Harold will tell you that every time. But anyway, I do have to say, as big of a Tom Brady fan as I am, I do have to say that the Rams scare me. You know, their defense is very, very intimidating.
That's right. And the same way that you say the Rams intimidate you, the Buccaneers intimidate me.
Well, I love that.
So,
I love hearing that.
Don't worry, though. Whenever we make adjustments, we will be back. So that's okay.
This past week, Green Bay, through their struggles, was able to come back and get a big victory.
Somehow.
We're not sure how, but they come back and got a huge victory for them. Tell me about Aaron Rodgers. We've talked about this every week. He's another name when you talk about great quarterbacks that has to get brought up. But is he still on his decline, or did that win this week maybe propel them to kind of get back in it?
Well, I'll say it again, and I will sound like a broken record. It's still early in the season.
Yeah.
And a win can motivate a quarterback unlike anything else. And we all know Aaron Rodgers is amazing. I mean, he's the freaking MVP.
Yeah.
And I feel like while he is aging and he does look a little bit like Dave Grohl, he can be great. And there's still a lot left in the season. So I'm pumped to see how good he can do.
Well, something else we've talked about, we saw in the weeks of the NFL season we've seen so far, some rookie quarterbacks coming in and holding their ground and winning games and making amazing plays. When we look at people like Aaron Rodgers, who could be on a downfall and has some turmoil within their team, is it time? Are we going to start seeing some more of these young bucks, some of these rookies who have these great potentials? Are we going to start seeing some more of them in action, or are teams going to still stick with their go-to veterans?
Well, at the end of the day, you're not paying players millions of dollars to lose, because then your organization is losing money.
Yeah.
And if Aaron Rodgers can't perform to the caliber that a 25-year-old quarterback that graduated in 2 years from a D3 school is competing at the same level as Aaron Rodgers, he's going to get put on the bench. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And, you know, whenever I think of that, I always think of Cam Newton saying, no, I'm not playing second rotation. I'll just leave. So we didn't want to see him give that up.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Aaron Rodgers will, but at the end of the day, it's all about making the organization money.
Sure.
So,
well, and I was watching some football last night with one of our favorites, and may or may not be a little biased with him due to the fact that he's going to be my future father-in-law. But me and Van Breen watching some football last night, and we did bring up the point that we kind of felt like college to pro, one of the biggest jumps that you will see skill-wise and talent level might be football.
Yes.
And we think about some of the plays that some of these NFL quarterbacks and receivers are able to make are just amazing. And yeah, you have some amazing ones in college, but man, when you get to the NFL, that jump. And to go along with that, NFL has the shortest playing career on average of any professional sport. Wide receivers have the shortest of all that tenure with an average of 2.7 years of a professional career. When you have a veteran quarterback, is that one of the things that makes you great and gives you that starting spot, is that every 2 to 3 years you're going to have new sets of receivers and you're still able to win consistently and efficiently with a new set of receivers every so often?
yes. That's like saying, oh, hey, I'm Chris Paul. And we watched Chris Paul go from playing with a team that was subpar and was not succeeding.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the Phoenix Suns and plays with an all-star shooting guard in Devin Booker, who graduated from UK, which we will be talking about in just a second. And Chris Paul made it to the finals.
Yeah.
And people were sitting there saying, Chris Paul's on his decline. He's gonna retire. And then he makes it to the finals.
Yeah.
That goes to show you that whenever you surround yourself with talent who's capable to keep up with how good you are,
Yeah.
you succeed.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, we've seen it happen. My team got blown out. So I trashed Tom Brady. This is me being honest.
It happens.
I bet against Tom Brady.
It happens.
And I lost. I will not make that mistake again.
You know, there are some people that still try to argue that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. So I understand people's going to hate on the GOAT.
I believed that lie for years and years. I did.
And
I don't anymore.
And now you have seen the light.
Yeah.
Well, you know how we love to get off on basketball references here. But, yeah, I do have to say, I feel like that says a lot about a quarterback. When you look at people like Peyton Manning, when you look at people like Tom Brady, even Aaron Rodgers, when you look at guys like Drew Brees,
That's right.
When you've got playing careers for receivers, and even your line that you trust with your life with, and they're changing out, the average NFL career is 3.3 years for all positions. If you start switching these players out and you have to rebuild this chemistry, and don't get me wrong, yes, if you're in the NFL, you're always good.
That's right.
You're good.
You know,
Yeah. But in the NBA, you're always good too. But if you see these teams consistently change in the NBA, it's really hard for them to consistently be a championship team every year. But we see quarterbacks with the ability to come in, even if the receivers are different, the elite, like I said, and can still consistently win. Here's Tom Brady that has competed in 10 Super Bowls, won 7 of the 10, and look at the different receivers he's had throughout the years. Now, of course, you've got guys like Gronk, who's going to stick around for a while, but you're still changing. And like I said, you look at Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, all those were able to put careers like that's just impressive to me.
Well, whenever you can perform at 20 years, at your profession and maintain health, maintain longevity, and be able to compete at the same level you were 10 years prior, that's so impressive. And that's why, my top 3 quarterbacks of right now at the stage of my life, that's Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. And while Patrick Mahomes is my favorite quarterback, those 3 guys right there stand out to me because I've watched them perform at such a high level over the course of such a long period of time. And you can't replace that whenever you're a GM. Whenever you see these guys, you say, well, these are the dudes bringing me money. These are the dudes winning games. Those dudes stick around.
Oh, absolutely.
And those dudes go in the books.
Absolutely. And hats off to programs being able to keep that chemistry alive. And we often forget about the people who work in the front office of these NBA and NFL teams and the stress that's on them in order to maintain this consistency within their programs and hold all these people, make them happy. They're like, I know all of my people out there that are financial people that handle the books. It's hard to keep everybody happy.
It is.
It's hard to keep
And we watch that across all sports. And to say that, oh, well, this one move ruined the team. That's what's best for the team. And sometimes you don't make people happy. That's what you have to go to bed with at night. But at the end of the day, if you're succeeding and you're doing what's best for you and your organization, then how can you have you know what I mean? How can you mess up with that? That's just nonsense for me, to me.
Oh, I got it.
Unless, you're the Cavaliers and you come off a fresh championship and you trade away half the team. Then that's just stupid to me.
It sounds like something the Reds would do, but they will never make it to a championship. I'm sorry, Reds fans. I'm just kidding. I have hope in teams like the Reds and the Bengals, but it's just frustrating at times to try to be a fan.
It is, and I can understand that coming from a guy that used to think that A.J. Green was the man.
I could have seen you as an Ocho Cinco guy.
Stop.
No Chad Johnson in the books for you? Okay.
No,
all
thanks.
right. Well, we've got all kinds of high school football to talk about when we come back, and also some high school volleyball. But when we first get back, we're going to talk about the legendary Cats by 90, the Kentucky Wildcats and Mark Stoops. When we come back, right here on Before the Whistle, with Wes and Jonathan.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
I also love Tom Brady. Sorry.
Oh, they heard that.
I'm sorry. I did not mean it.
So, I have to hydrate with my Gator Light before we bring up this topic.
Can I see that?
You can see that. There we go. Sponsorships.
Sponsor.
I have to get hydrated before we talk about this next topic because, man, I'm sweating. I work up a sweat talking about this next topic.
Well,
because,
I can relate to that.
I think everybody can.
Yeah, if you live here, you can.
You can, absolutely. Or if you've even once lived here, you can.
A lot of people left because of this, but...
Well, this is true. The Kentucky Wildcats. And we're not talking, and even though it does people the same way on the hardwood, we're talking about the gridiron Kentucky Wildcats out there on the grass and the turf. Mark Stoops. And Jonathan, we've got a big game coming up this weekend. Kentucky's a 5-point favorite in, according to the odds over in Vegas. How rough are the roads in the South? They travel to South Carolina. Is that trip going to be like when you travel into West Virginia and it just gets rocky as crap? Or
yeah, and you're constantly getting stopped every 5 minutes by a state trooper.
Yeah, because of your Kentucky tech. Or is this going to be a smooth trip for Mark Stoops and the Cats?
I want to say it's going to be smooth.
Yeah.
But it's UK. So
Chattanooga was expected to be smooth as well.
Yeah. Well, I will respond with this, and it's not a direct answer. You people can make your assumptions. Let me know if I make sense or not. But it's so difficult to choose what's going to happen over a game just based on what has happened in prior games.
Right.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
The same way that I'm not going to refer back to basketball again. I refuse to. This is about football. But
well, let's put off the first three
saying.
games and let's look at South Carolina.
Well, you give me your take, and I will tell you if I agree. Because I do not want to sound like a buffoon. By coming off with this crazy opinion, you go ahead. You know what you're doing.
I'm kind of like you, and it makes it really hard to put past the last three games because, you know, we wait all off season, especially in football, to see what we're going to look like in the next season. And I still have hope, very, very high hope for Will Levis.
Yes.
However, I'm not convinced yet that he is the guy we think he is.
That's right.
I'm not
too early
convinced.
to make that
It
assumption.
is too early.
Look at the competition.
Yes.
Okay. We're on the same page.
Now, I do think it's going to be a very, very tough test. You know, South Carolina starting their freshman quarterback, his first ever start. He saw very limited throws in live games so far this season. But he looks good. Mark Stoops even expressed his concern about him yesterday in the conference. But he's worrisome. He's good. And Mark Stoops says it's going to be a real test for this Wildcats defense.
And it will be.
It will be.
Because when a player that doesn't get a lot of show time and they
Yeah.
come into a game where you're facing a team that is what, they're 3-0 now?
Yeah.
For all you know, this
Yeah.
guy could come out of the gates and say, I am going to give it my all.
Sure.
I'm going to try to throw.
He's got something to prove.
That's what I'm saying. And whenever you're sitting here thinking, oh my God, all the attention's going to this Levis guy,
Yeah.
I want to make a name for myself on national TV. Who knows what's going to happen? It's so hard to judge
And
a game.
He has to come into the game realizing that Kentucky's pass defense
That's
has
right.
struggled. They've had some struggles, let's face it.
Well, UK has struggled in general.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean.
So, on the road, the Gamecocks, and I want to bring up this point. I want to throw some stats. You know I'm a numbers guy. I want to throw some stats out.
I can count as well.
Well, good. I can't multiply, so don't try to get me doing that. But I will throw some numbers out on you. Kentucky historically, and I'm not talking about Mark Stoops. I'm talking about Mark Stoops, Joker Phillips, Rich Brooks. Let's go down the list. Kentucky historically has not been great on the road.
That's
We've
right.
not. We've been a decent home team, but when you play road games, it's usually an SEC game. Most of your non-conference opponents are teams that come to the Commonwealth. But on the road, we've historically not been great. And even with Mark Stoops, now I do want to throw this out there. I like Kentucky tomorrow. I do. I like Kentucky tomorrow night. Mark Stoops, from 2013 to 2016 follows along with that historical mark from Kentucky. He was 2 for 14, on the road. 2 of 14 on the road. Now, the last 4 years, from 2016 till now, he's 6 and 11. So he's starting to turn those numbers around on the road. We went and we started that streak in 2016 with a win, or 2017 with a win against Florida.
That's a big win.
That's a big win.
I still remember
that. 31 game streak.
That's right.
Against the Gators, and we won. And he's 6 and 11. And most experts, like me and you and Harold,
not Stephen A. Smith.
No, most experts have predicted Kentucky on the road this year at 4-1, with the sole loss being Georgia on the road. But that means that this tomorrow would come with a win. And do you see Mark Stoops continuing this progression of wins on the road?
Well, momentum is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And I say that Mr. Momentum wins every game.
Yeah.
And Mark Stoops is an excellent coach. I will not talk bad about him. He's very impressive to me. Unlike John Calipari.
Yeah.
We'll argue about that later.
Yeah.
Later in the year.
Later in the year.
But I believe that, whenever you come into a game on a positive note, and to bounce back on the comments about Will Levis, whenever you have a quarterback that has proved to be good so far, our quarterback play is what helped us beat Florida.
Absolutely.
A 31-game streak that was snapped.
Absolutely.
And against a team like South Carolina, if Will Levis can shoot on all cylinders, make all of his passes right, and I would like to see him kind of get out of the pocket more.
Yeah.
And make strides down the field. I don't even care if he runs out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him just do something to throw off that defense.
Yeah.
Kentucky can come away with a win.
Well, and since you're on that point, I do want to now let's backtrack a little bit. A win is a win, and you're going to hear a lot of Kentucky fans. I'm going to say that a lot. All right, a win is a win. I've caught me and Coach King having to say that a million times.
That's right.
A win is a win, or is it? When you think about this Kentucky team, yes, they're 3-0.
That's right.
And normally you start a season off 3-0. That's a great sign,
That's
right? For any team.
Yeah.
Start at 3-0 because not many teams are 3-0. You go 3-0 to start a season. That's a great sign. But are those 3 wins for Kentucky a little bit concerning?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Because what caliber are those teams?
Right.
That's the question that you have to ask whenever you're thinking about that stuff. Any team that say that they start off 5-0,
Yeah.
and they're going to play a really, really good team that could come away with a win against them, and all their fans are saying, "Man, we're 3-0 right now." Well, it's very easily done whenever you're playing against the Jones Fork C team. I love Jones Fork. I live very close to the area. I'm not talking bad about you.
Oh,
but you get my
the
point.
Tigers, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm scared of Tigers. I don't know about you guys. I hate Tigers. But you want to know who is fearless? Winston.
He rides that bull every
That's
week.
5 weeks straight. He's been riding
He rides
some
that
random bull.
Absolutely.
What was his name again? Tell it for the people.
Fu Manchu.
Cracks me up every
Fu
single
Manchu.
time. I love
Fu
it.
Manchu.
But you have to be on your A game.
Yeah.
Because you've kind of got a laxed play against the last 3 teams that you've played, and then things change.
Yeah.
Then you're getting pulled over every 5 minutes by a state trooper, and things are a little bit more stressful than they were in the past 3 weeks, and you have to be able to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And tomorrow will show just how good Kentucky can be. Not how good they've been over the past 3 games, but how good they can be under real harsh conditions, away from home, playing against a team that could snap the streak.
Well, and we look back to that Florida game and quarterbacks in the past that have their first experience in a road game in the SEC always talk about it's unbelievable that you go to these stadiums, and we've heard quarterbacks a million times when they go to Florida, when they go to South Carolina, when they go to Georgia, talk about how incredible it is that you can be lined up right beside or right behind the center or right beside the quarterback, and you can't hear the play call.
Yep.
It's so loud, and that's the environment we get on the SEC. So no matter the status of Kentucky, no matter the status of South Carolina, it's different when you go on the road. And I think this is a good test for Kentucky. I thought Missouri came in, and, man, Kroger Field was rocking. It was loud. Even the announcers couldn't hear anything that was going on, and Missouri got a taste of that. Kentucky's going to get a taste of that tomorrow. It's going to be a livid atmosphere. South Carolina thinks they've got a great shot at knocking the Cats off in this game.
And they do.
And they do. I do like the Cats in it, like I said. Now, my concern with Will Levis, do I think he is good? Yes. Do I think he deserves to be our starting quarterback? Yes, without a doubt, hands down. Do I think he might be this amazing passing Tim Couch quarterback, Jared Lorenzen quarterback that we think he might have been? I don't know. We know that he has traditionally in the past been a rushing quarterback. He's been a scrambling quarterback. And we do know that he can throw the ball. It's no doubt you can see that he can throw the football 70, 80 yards down the field. That's great. That's right. But we've not seen passing win us the games yet, other than Louisiana Monroe.
And, you know, a player that I love to refer to, and I've already had this conversation with a couple of my friends at the Lloyd, but they were also talking about how, man, we haven't seen much of his throwing game. It's so hard to say that he's a good quarterback and we don't know if he can throw. What about Lamar Jackson?
Well, exactly.
I mean, you know,
exactly.
And you don't necessarily have to be a great passer to be a great quarterback.
You don't. You don't have to be.
You know, as long as you know the way to defy the defense, you're a great quarterback. That's what the entire job is.
Exactly.
And say that he doesn't throw at all tomorrow, but he plays great. He rushes for 600 yards, gets 2 touchdowns by himself, gets 4 other ones to his teammates. He's a good quarterback.
Absolutely. And I'm not, Jonathan, I'm not throwing off. I do think that.
You're throwing off, Wes.
I'm not throwing off. I do think our running game is good enough and that Will Levis is a good enough passer that even if we are rush strong, the ability for Will Levis to launch the ball does keep a defense on its toes.
It does.
It does keep a defense on its toes. And I do think that Will Levis can throw the football. I really do. I'm not saying that he can't.
Why else would UK go for him if he couldn't throw a little bit, you know?
Absolutely. Do I think he is the next Tim Couch? I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
He's no Josh Cornyn.
He's no Josh Cornyn. What I do know is that I do think the Cats come in and win by a touchdown or less on the road tomorrow. Okay. And I do think they give South Carolina trouble, but I do think they stand up to the test. I do think South Carolina. Yeah, well, Josh Cornyn says they'll win by 3 touchdowns. He also said that against Chattanooga.
And he also said that.
Yeah.
We're not getting into
He did. He said that against
laughing.
Chattanooga. The whole game, he was telling me that we would win by 3 touchdowns, and every time we would, Will Levis threw that second interception, and he was like, boys, we might not win. And I'm like, thank you. But anyway, no, I do think, let me say this. Is the rest of our season going to be tough? Yes.
Well, obviously.
Do I think we're going to be okay? Yes. Is there a chance we won't be okay?
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, I think we're going to be okay, though. I don't see us going to Georgia and knocking off the Bulldogs.
But if it happens, Harold Mullins will not shut up.
He won't. It's going to be on. And Josh Cornett's definitely going to be the one that's on it. But I do think Kentucky is okay. I think the Big Blue Nation can take a deep breath.
That's right.
And I think that we can be happy with this season.
Well, that's
can
because
we still win 9 games? I think so. Yes.
And we have the talent to do that.
Yes.
This is the first team in a couple years that I've watched UK and I've said, well, this team has potential.
Yeah.
And every other year we're down by 30 at half. I'll go and turn off the TV. Or I'll go watch the Golden State Warriors blow out some random team. So
you have coaches who strategize differently. And if we look back through Mark Stoops' career, he's already coached more games than any other coach in the history of Kentucky football. And if we look back through his career at the University of Kentucky, they start off slow. Every year we struggle to beat these non-conference opponents that aren't very good. And then as the season progresses, we end up sneaking up and knocking off of Florida. We end up sneaking, and we end up being a very good bowl team by the end of the year.
But it's always too late.
Sometimes.
If you've noticed that.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, whenever you start off so slow and then you start picking it right back up, that momentum won't just pick you up and take you to a championship. It doesn't work that way.
I do think Stoops will rally. I do think that by bowl season, I think we'll be a top 25 team in the country. I really do. And I think the BBN is okay. I do think that Mark Stoops deserves to be the longest running coach in Kentucky football history. And I think if you keep him around another 5 or 6 years, I think that you might eventually get to be a top 10 team.
That's
yes,
right.
I really do.
And we watch that happen with a lot of coaches.
Sure.
They'll be extremely successful, fall off. We've watched it with Tom Izzo.
Yes.
A coach that went from being on the top of his game, falls off, and then randomly, hey, here's your championship.
Absolutely.
And we watched that happen. And you have to give things time.
Yeah.
And Mike Krzyzewski or John Calipari can go 6 years without winning a championship, and who do they still talk about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's levels to things.
Absolutely.
And Mark Stoops, like you said, has the potential to be the longest running coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
I think he deserves it.
I'll agree with that.
I think he deserves it.
But, Wes, you're a coach.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you, what do you think that he has done a good job over the course of the last 4 years? We'll go off that. Over the last 4 years of regrouping his team and getting them all on the same page.
I think, as a coach, and I've never coached football.
Right.
But from my observation of coaching football and from the experience of coaching basketball, I do think that it takes time for anybody. Now, of course, you can be lucky and step into a program that you can win right off the bat. But Kentucky's not that program. Okay, we're not that program. And
Alabama's
football-wise,
that
Alabama was that program. Kentucky
Alabama.
maybe not that program. But I do think that it takes some time to get the player, and a lot of people say, well, he's had time to get the players. It don't always work out. You don't get every player you set out to get. You lose players to other schools. Your chemistry don't always work out the way you think it's going to work out. These are 17, 18-year-old dudes coming into college.
That's right.
Controlling them, I coached college basketball with Coach J.R. Hammond at Alice Lloyd for 4 years. Controlling the personalities of, on a football roster, 50, 55, 17 or 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's tough. So, yeah, I think it takes time. And I think Mark Stoops has proved that throughout time he is improving. And I think he'll eventually get there. I really do.
I enjoyed that listen.
Did you like that?
I really did, and I know you did too.
I'm
But
glad.
you want to know who I really hope enjoyed it?
Who?
Gatorade. Please sponsor us, please. We need checks.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It is a good point.
Today, Jonathan, on our Facebook page, we asked our fans to give us some interaction with each other. We asked them what topics they wanted to hear about. And man, did we get some responses. But the one that I love that got mentioned is one of our great friends who you'll see some of his success tonight in Whitesburg, Kentucky. Athletic Director Manus Blair, all right, says that he wanted to hear the topic about Bigfoot sightings. And this gets interesting, Jonathan. I hope you're ready. I'm a believer in Bigfoot.
I am too. We work with him. His name's Andrew Gibson.
Well, he is. That's his brother.
Yeah.
I do think Andrew Gibson might be Bigfoot's brother or distant cousin. But I do think he's a big guy. I love Andrew.
He is.
Now, I do think I believe in Bigfoot. But now I will say this was very interesting. And, we have Josh Cornett has been blessed enough to work alongside Zach Hall, a local guy on Expedition Bigfoot a little bit. And congratulations to Zach on that. But I'm a believer in Bigfoot. And Manus Blair swears that on his Ring doorbell, he caught a glimpse. Now, he says it was a large and blurry image, but he swears he got a glimpse of Bigfoot on his Ring doorbell camera.
And I haven't seen this picture.
You've not seen this?
No.
Now, it could be Bigfoot, but I really think, I'm going to show you this Ring doorbell image. I think, can we get that up there? Can we get this image? This is what he catches on his Ring doorbell. I think that looks more like Devin Blair. I think that looks more like Devin Blair. But maybe it is Bigfoot. But Manus, I'm not convinced that that's not Devin Blair on your Ring doorbell.
I'm not convinced that it's not Bigfoot.
Really? You think so?
It's a possibility.
I'm going with Devin
We've
Blair.
never gotten a clear image.
We've not.
That might be the clear image.
I'm going with Devin Blair.
Well, we'll agree to disagree.
To me, if you think...
You're not a real believer.
If you think large and blurry, that's a true description of Devin Blair. Large personality, but also blurry. But I think that's my opinion, Manus. I'm not convinced it's not Devin Blair.
Well, you've convinced
and
me.
it is actually Bigfoot.
So.
When we come back, we have debut from our guest here today. And I don't know if we can even call her guest. She might end up being regular with us.
We're not calling her guest. We're calling her co-star.
Co-star.
Get it right.
I don't know that we can call her. She's probably the star. We might not be able to call her co-star. When we come back with some high school KHAA volleyball.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available. Whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
So, welcome back Before the Whistle, and I told you all, I figured out why I have never gotten a raise at TVS Cable. And it's because our volleyball correspondent, who is not even a correspondent anymore, like she's already taken Winston's job and is coming for mine. But our volleyball correspondent expert here that's making her Before the Whistle debut, that, look at this, mine's boring, and hers has got a colorful key.
Like this.
Gotta have the color.
Gotta have the color on it. She has rocked it, and I know why she gets paid the big bucks and are coming for her jobs. She even let me in on what I should have been calling Jonathan this whole time.
Don't even.
Papa John.
Yeah.
And our theme song might even end up being a Lil Jon song.
Lil Jon, yeah.
We'll keep it there. I've already been in trouble for letting stuff slip on this show before. I'm going to keep it right there where it's at. But anyway, yes. Welcome, Katie Sloan, to Before the Whistle. Katie, it's fantastic to have you on here with us.
I'm glad to be here. Definitely glad to let everybody actually see my face now that they've heard me for a couple weeks on volleyball. So
yes, and we said earlier, you've probably heard her voice at times if you've watched Hometown 24 or 25 plus with our volleyball action. Great on color commentating those volleyball games. If you've not got to listen to one of our broadcasts of the volleyball games here in our coverage area, make sure you turn in and listen to Katie and Bo and sometimes Jonathan when they're on there. It's a great broadcast. And Katie, working at joining us a little bit with football here too, which is why she's keeping me out of my race. But we wanted to cover, something that we have neglected quite often here on Before the Whistle is the tremendous athletes we have here in the area on the hardwood from the volleyball
And that's
standpoint.
right. And speaking of insane athletes from volleyball, we have one.
We have one right here.
Well, thank you.
You know, she went to UPAC to play volleyball, and Katie, you succeeded very well.
Thank you.
And you definitely surprised a lot of people. You surprised me. I will be mean to you.
Aw. How
We're
sweet of
so
you to say
sweet
that.
on this show.
I
We're
know.
so sweet on this show. Yeah, Katie, phenomenal volleyball player, and if you listen to her broadcast on Hometown 24, expert at the game. She knows her stuff, and which is why I asked her to be on here with me today when we talk about volleyball. I'm one of those guys that I sit up in the stands of any sport that I watch. I go to Lou City FC and I yell up there at all the guys on the soccer field like I know what I'm talking about.
I just knew before this day was over with, you were going to talk about them.
I love it.
I knew it.
I'm addicted. And I act like I know what I'm doing, and then some fan turns around behind me and is like, dude, shut up. That ain't even a call. And I'm like, well, it is to me, okay? I want to see it. I'm putting it in. But yes, Katie Sloan. Katie, I want to talk to you. We've been getting to see a lot of action. And volleyball's super competitive here in this area. You have teams like Breathitt County, Knott Central, Letcher County Central, who really, really battle it out, and other teams too that battle it out here in this coverage area. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit. Katie, you've got to cover a lot of these games. You've got to talk about them. If you look at KHSAA rankings and you look at wins and losses, you've got teams like Breathitt County who are on top here in the 14th region. But at the same time, you always can't go by wins and losses. A lot of those teams, Breathitt's one region loss comes from Knott County Central, who sat down with a few more losses. In this 14th region, who do you really see? What 2 or 3 top teams do you see pulling out here at the end of this season?
Well, we've definitely got some big contenders this season. Looking at the statistics of the games that they've actually played, we've got a couple that are around about the same wins and losses, which if you look statistically on the scoreboard, it's a little bit different because they count COVID wins and losses.
Yeah.
But our top teams are like Letcher County, Perry County, Knott Central falls in there somewhere. We've got Wolfe County. These are a lot of tough and competitive teams.
Yeah.
And I think that probably within the 14th region, Wolfe County is going to be a really good contender. Breathitt County is going to be a good contender. Letcher and Knott, I think those will be some good ones as well. Maybe even Buckhorn. It's a lot of these teams, they're very hit and miss. They're strong teams, but sometimes they just, kind of fall. So really, I think it's anybody's game this year.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to mention a lot of volleyball is it is so competitive. You heard Katie mention that it's really anybody's that's up for grabs for anybody right now in the 14th region, and I've seen that. Last year, we watched Knott County Central knock out Letcher County Central from the district championship, which is the first time they've done that in a long time. And then very competitive back and forth between Knott and Letcher again this season. What makes those teams so competitive against each other?
Well, actually, in one of the games that we commentated, I think it was the game that me and you commentated? No, I think it was me and Bo.
I think it was you and Bo. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Josh had actually mentioned, I never even thought to mention when Knott Central was playing Letcher Central, that when I played in high school, my senior year was the first time that we had ever beat Letcher Central.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And in that season, I think I don't know how many records we broke. I think it was around 5. But we beat Letcher for the first time in school history. And then we also, that day we won a tournament that we'd never won a tournament before, sadly. But that was our first time that we had ever beat Letcher Central.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that really describes the competitive atmosphere between the two teams. And I think a lot of it is because of the coaching. Both teams are very strictly coached.
Yeah.
And back then, Coach Betty Vaughn, love her to death. She was Letcher County's coach. She was really tough, really tough on those girls. And Coach Justice was really tough on us as well. So I think a lot of running went into competing for everything that we competed for. And it's still instilled between Letcher County and Knott County.
And
it's a lot of competition.
Katie, whenever the playing ground is kind of leveled, do you feel like that brings out the most competition in all these teams to make them try harder?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you play a team that is not at the same level as you, you always fall down to their level. And it takes a lot of practice and a lot of teamwork and just a lot of maturity to really stay at the level that you work at rather than going down to the level of a team that is less than you.
Okay.
Does that progress you as a player, Katie? I know in basketball, I'm thinking back to when I played.
Ages ago.
If you have an in-district or in-region rivalry, something like kind of what Knott and Letcher has, and year in and year out now, and like you said, was the first time you'd beaten them, and now it kind of goes back and forth. Does that progress you as a player? Do you say, well, this means more, so I'll work it harder, and it's you've got more on your shoulders and on your plate?
Absolutely. I remember when I was playing, especially my senior year, we wanted every win we could possibly get. I think another thing, we had like a 16 or 17 game win streak.
Yeah.
Had never happened before. We wanted it. We wanted it bad. And we especially wanted it in district. We wanted to beat Letcher, who is the best in our district at that time, and who is probably still competing with Knott Central right now. They go back and forth, like you had said, in the 53rd district. So I think that I worked harder for all the games that really meant more, especially in district and then like in the regional championship. Yeah. And now a lot of smaller teams like Knott Central compete in the All-A. Yeah. So all those games, even though they don't really matter more, they mean more to the players because it's like, I've achieved this and we haven't achieved this before.
Yeah. Now, do you see obviously a lot of success coming from the volleyball standpoint. Do you see volleyball continuously growing in this area and more kids growing up to be volleyball players in the area?
Absolutely, 100%. I know that a lot of the practices and techniques and a lot of the drills that are used in a lot of college games and a lot of high school games are brought down into grade school tactics. And they're training them up from grade school, and they build upon that in high school. And then some of these players from high school can go on to college and play in college. But I think a lot of that is a lot of these young girls being able to see UK games on TV, college games on TV, watching how they play, and then bringing that back to their coach and saying, hey, I've seen this, I think our team can do this. Yeah. And then just instilling that and growing forward. I know that when I was in high school and when my sisters were in high school, I actually had one sister that just graduated last year that played volleyball. She played in the Letcher and Knott game in district. Yeah. So I could see a big difference from when I played, just a few years difference from when she played, at how the team had grown and how the drills were different and the movement was better. And you can just see so many things that have grown and have grown more like what you would see in college.
Yeah. Well, Katie, I want to ask you too. This has been on my mind. I've actually had two things on my mind. I'm going to say one of those. So get ready. The first thing on my mind is I'm thinking coaching will ruin you with sports, and you all know how that is. I'm sitting here thinking about matchups and about how every team is a different matchup and their strengths and weaknesses, good matchups, bad matchups. And we look at teams. You mentioned Wolfe County being really strong in this region, Breathitt County being really strong in this region. And we've seen teams like Knott County who are getting better and better, and we see them struggle against a team like Wolfe County. They go in the All-A tournament and get defeated by Wolfe County. What makes a team a bad matchup for another team in this region?
I would say a lot of anticipation because, excuse me, Knott Central probably knows that Wolfe County is a very well-defended team. They're a very strong team. They're a good serving team, passing, hitting, really good setters. I mean, just all around really good, and that's intimidating. And I think that is what makes the worst possible matchup is when you go in thinking that this is a really hard team, this is going to be a really hard fight, and you don't play as well as you would have because you're so focused on we need to be better, we need to beat this team, we need to do this, we need to do that. Yeah. And just letting atmosphere things also just kind of throw your focus off. Whenever you go into a game with Wolfe County, you have a lot of loud fans. You have a full gym of fans. And I think especially young players, and Knott Central has a lot of young players in on their varsity, I think that affects them because they haven't matured enough to learn to just tune that out yet. But I think with any team, and young players included, that whenever you're playing somebody that you know is just a little bit above your level, or maybe even with you and you know it's going to be a really hard game, that you just get intimidated. And it's easy for young girls to get intimidated and just not play at the level that they actually play at. Okay,
well, another thing, this is the second thing that was on my mind, and I'm going to let Jonathan question you a little bit here. I'm not trying to take all of his questions.
I enjoy the listening. This is how I learn.
He lets me teach him.
Oh, okay.
Because what a better person to learn from than the master.
Well, I agree with that. That's why I said I don't know if we can call her co-star at this point. I think it might be star. We might be the co-stars.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
We might just do like the opening act.
What I want to know is, me and Coach King have been wondering this. We've watched some volleyball. What do volleyball coaches do that we don't do? How do we get our players to dive on the floor and get on the floor like you all do in volleyball? We can't get them to do that in basketball.
Well, you run. If you don't get the ball, you run. If you don't get the ball, you get yelled at and you get took out of the game, and then you get made to run in practice.
Coach, did you hear that?
Run.
This just in. Knott County basketball no longer exists. Yeah.
You got to run like Forrest Gump.
I hope all of our guys heard that. I hope every basketball player in the 14th region heard that. All right? We're not the only people that make you run, but we're not making you run enough, apparently.
Every one of them are, I'm not going to practice. Definitely not.
I think you probably just made Coach King's night. We might run a lot more this season after you just said that.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, what's really going to happen if they run a lot? They're going to get in better condition. So is it really going to be that bad of a thing if they have? I mean, obviously the players are going to hate it, but would you really hate being more conditioned and playing the game well?
I like her being on the show.
I do too.
Well,
She's way better than Winston. I enjoy that.
Do you think I could make the volleyball team? Do you think I could put on some pads and do that? I've
know,
always
it's
wanted
tough.
to.
It's
I've always
tough.
wanted to. It is tough.
I
Me
mean,
and
you
you
can
will
come
just
out.
stick
I
to.
don't know if I'm cut out for it. I don't know if I'm mean enough to play volleyball.
Ooh, you saying that all volleyball players are mean?
No, I'm saying,
I think
man,
that's
they're-
what he said.
They're intimidating. Y'all, I watch them. I go to these volleyball games and I watch them. They're up to the net and man, it's so intimidating when one of these players jump up and they spike it over the net and then they turn around and they're all flexing and screaming and I'm sitting up there and I'm like, God Almighty, we don't, this is intimidating.
I'll tell you,
That's a technical in any other sport.
my favorite victory thing that you do after you get a really good kill or a spike is they used to do it in UK games and they would do a bow and arrow and just shoot
that's
it right
nice.
up. It was
That's
awesome.
Can you do that like
It
right
was
into the
awesome.
camera for a really good shot?
I'll try.
Now we have to be careful. Oh,
Boom.
Shot
that
and
was
killed
nice.
it.
That was nice.
on
that
the
might be
archery
our
team.
new.
I wanted to do archery, but I didn't do it.
Well, you had the form down. I thought they would have been lucky to have
That
you
was
from the
excellent.
looks of that. I
Got me a
thought
12-point right there.
I'm intimidated.
Woo!
I'm intimidated.
You should be intimidated.
I told
mean,
you, volleyball players, they can be intimidating with this stuff. I'm
and
telling you.
right.
very, very mean.
But you know who else can be intimidating? You know who else can be intimidating? Harold
Mullins.
See?
Well, that's why we had to keep him home tonight.
That's right. But somebody who's not intimidating at all is our buddy Bo Hammonds. And you know, Bo, if you're tuning in tonight, we just want to let you know that our thoughts and prayers are with you, and they're with Harold as well. And we miss you guys here at the station. So
Yeah, we in the middle of this pandemic, unfortunately, we do have to witness a lot of our close friends and family members struggle with diseases and complications that come out of this. And all of our thoughts and prayers are with those guys right now, like Bo battling that, and with people battling back problems like Harold Mullins.
like I said, Harold Mullins, I'm pretty sure that he and JFK grew up in the same neighborhood.
I think they did.
Harold
probably ran against him in the Democratic election.
It's so hard for me not to
Democratic
burst out laughing. Yeah.
Actually, I found that picture of Tom Brady and Harold.
You
at
did
prom.
find it.
I did.
See, I told you
So-
it existed.
Harold was his coach, right?
Yeah. And then they went to prom together.
That's why I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Tom couldn't find a date at that time, so he just took Harold.
When we come back, we are going to talk some high school football. I promise you, we got a lot of good games coming up in the area as soon as we get back. Katie, I thought your debut on Before the Whistle was absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure you show her some love for being on here with us. When we come back, we got some high school football in the area. Let's get it.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available. Whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
All right. High school football.
That's right.
I told you we was going to talk about it.
That's right. It's about time.
It's about time. Here, kickoff in Whitesburg. You see on your screen some players on the field getting loose. And great, beautiful night for football out tonight. It's fall weather outside.
I love it so much. I get to wear long sleeve shirts.
Yes.
And it's the pinnacle of the year, in my opinion.
Oh, it's great.
And it's about the time that all the sports start converging.
Yes.
And it's my favorite time of the year.
Well, when you get to October, what the great thing about it is you've got volleyball going on, you've got football going on.
And my favorite sport.
Basketball going on. You've got all those things going on. Soccer's still going on.
Alice Lloyd has a soccer team.
They do have a soccer team now.
And from my understanding, we're succeeding.
Do we have turf on the field up there yet?
I don't believe so. It's
Scott
up.
Cornett,
Come on, we got to hurry.
We need to get that up there. We need to get that turf up
And
there.
guest appearance. Come on, David. Come on. Guest appearance,
Look
real
here,
quick.
we
got Hall of Famer.
Oh my goodness!
Hall of Famer.
We have
That's
not
right.
only been blessed
guys.
with Katie Sloan, we've got the David Adams.
No bologna sandwich.
Hey, I want to say, I've been watching the show. Y'all doing a good job. I've been real impressed. I thought Katie did a good
She
job
did.
first time out. So just keep going and say hello to her buddy Winston when you get a chance.
Well, to hear David Adams say that we do a good job, that's like, to me, that's like,
Tom Brady saying that you're a good passer.
that's what that's like.
He might be
That's what
lying.
that's like.
He might be lying.
He
But it's
could
still
be.
very meaningful.
It could be. A lot of games going on in the area. We've got Danville comes into town, and that's going to be interesting to see. Danville, I've
It
not
is.
got to see a lot from them this year, but new coaching staff
Yep.
coming into town at Hazard. Danville, traditionally a pretty good football program, so
It
is
is.
Hazard. Hazard's had a few struggles throughout the year, but I'm still convinced that Hazard has time. A famous quote from Jonathan Hicks, it's still early in the season.
That's right.
There's still time
I
for the
sound like a
Bulldogs.
broken record at this point.
Yes. Leslie County coming in. I know that our good friend Ryan Farmer is going to wish we were there. Ryan, thank you for watching the show all the time. I know that he's going to wish we were there in Leslie County, and we can't wait to get back over there to hide and to cover some of those games. But Leslie at Martin County. For the Eagles, Martin County's a pretty big team.
They are. And they're a very fast team.
Physical and fast.
That's right. And, whenever they played Knott Central, I guess it was probably around about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You spoke on the fact that they have 3 players that average 200-plus rushing yards.
Yeah.
That is intimidating.
That's very intimidating.
And, we got a chance to call the Leslie County game last week.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for Leslie County.
Yeah, yeah.
But they showed signs of, I guess you could say, a lot of competitiveness.
There's competitiveness and there's a lot of potential in Leslie
That's
County,
right.
I think, over in
Yes.
Hyden. We've seen some of the athletes, some of the things they're able to do. Martin County, just a big team. It might be a challenge for Leslie County tonight, but the future for the Eagles program, I think, is very bright.
It has a very high ceiling.
Absolutely. We've also got Breathitt County with their struggles. Can the Bobcats survive in a crater as they travel to Middlesboro, Crater Town? Middlesboro's shown some good things on the
They
football
have.
field this year.
They have surprised me.
Yeah.
The way that they've played is flipped a switch,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like tonight they have good competition in Breathitt.
They do.
But like you said, can Breathitt survive that? Because in my opinion, Breathitt has the potential to be one of the best teams in the region.
I can't argue that. And if you look at Breathitt County's record, it's not going to tell you that.
No.
But do not let Breathitt County's record dictate your feelings
That's
about them
right.
as a team. I can't agree with you more, Jonathan. I like to not agree on this show, but dang it, I have to agree on this one. I think Breathitt County still has the potential to be one of the better teams in the region for their
They
class.
do.
Yeah.
And I hope that they can get their works together
Yeah.
so that they can prove to everybody, hey, this is how good that we can actually be.
Yes.
Just because we have a losing record doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But, sooner or later, you have to be on the same page.
Right, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. We also have the Knott Central Patriots. First week back after some cancellations last week due to COVID protocol. They are on the road. They left earlier today to head to Morgan County. Going to be an interesting game to see. We know that Knott Central likes to put those points on the board. Kaiser Sloan leading the area right now in passing yards. I think around 315 a
Yep,
game.
that's right.
And Kaiser Sloan loves to air the ball out to those guys like Ethan Combs, Landon Smith, Will Weinberg, some more of those other receivers. So Morgan County known to play a little bit of man-to-man coverage, so Knott
yeah.
County might be able to eat on that a little bit tonight.
And, Kaiser Sloan has really proven to be an excellent quarterback. He broke the school's passing record.
Yes.
And, Landon Smith, also an excellent receiver. Ethan Combs, the dude can jump 60 inches in
He's
the
got
air.
some heart, man. You talk about a competitor.
Yeah. And Knott County has really shown that they're not willing to lay down.
Right.
And, they lost a lot of their, I guess you say, veteran players last year because a large sum of the team were seniors.
Mm-hmm.
But they have proven that, hey, even though we're a young team, they have the drive to succeed.
Yeah.
And, they've had a couple games where they fell really hard, but in the games where they got right back up, that's what mattered. And I feel like tonight, that's going to be a really good chance for Knott County to prove that we're a young team ready to win.
Some of the players there with some rest from being off with the quarantine and the COVID protocol. Look for Kaiser Sloan, Landon Smith, Ethan Combs, Chuck Mullins, Parker Hammond, all those guys to have a pretty big game tonight, I think, Jonathan.
I expect it.
And then we get to come back closer to home over in Whitesburg, Kentucky. You will see on your screen here in a minute. Beautiful, beautiful field.
I love Letcher County.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you. I was just telling David in high school I wanted to go to Letcher County just because I love that atmosphere.
Heart of the mountains, man.
I love the gym, I love the baseball field, and I love the football field.
Yeah.
They've done such an excellent job with it.
Beautiful field. And we see a lot of these teams going to turf. Letcher, one of the
That's right.
first ones in the area to put that down with the building of the new school there.
Advantage or disadvantage? Winston will never let us know.
He will never let us know. He just can't decide on that. Right. Perry County, the Commodores coming into town. Jonathan, Perry Central and Letcher County, two of the better performing teams we have covered this year. Both teams sitting at 3-1 record-wise right now. One of them will leave tonight with their second loss of the season. I'm almost going to have to say the Cougars might slightly be able to outman the Commodores.
That's right, and the biggest reason for that, in my opinion, is they have an excellent line.
Yes.
But their quarterback in Carson Adams has a duffel bag as deep as the Blue Sea.
Yeah.
It is insane to me.
Yeah.
The guy can go from throwing a 40-yard touchdown to running 40 yards like it's effortless.
That's what's amazing. If you look at the stats and even if you look at Katie Sloan's beautiful color-coordinated stats here, Carson Adams leads in passing touchdowns and he leads in rushing touchdowns for the Cougars.
That's right.
Which is what you were just talking about. And man, that's dangerous when you've got a quarterback that can do both like Carson Adams is able to do.
And while I completely agree with that, I'm going to flash over to Breathitt County and comment on this with Jalen Turner.
Absolutely.
A quarterback that can also do everything, but when you shut out that quarterback, things change.
Yeah.
And we've watched that with Breathitt because Jalen Turner will get in his duffel bag and then they'll shut him down.
Yes.
And then things change for Breathitt County.
Yes.
And if Perry County can find a way to stop Carson Adams, that can change this entire
game. Changes the game, absolutely.
And, whenever we flash over to Perry County, you have Cade Miller.
Yeah.
And Cade
obviously
Miller,
the go-to target for McKenzie.
He has to be.
Yeah.
And when he's not the go-to target, that kind of confuses defenses a little bit. Because Cade Miller is a guy that has, Lord have mercy, there's so much on this pager, and I don't really know what to look for. We're never getting a raise. Here it is.
Yeah.
Cade Miller averaging, what is it right here? 60 yards a game rushing.
Well,
and while that doesn't seem like a lot, it's where he's rushing from.
Oh, absolutely.
Anytime that he gets ahead of steam, you might as well as mark it down a touchdown for Perry County. We've seen it all season long.
He does, yeah.
And, Chance McKenzie, while he's had his ups and his downs with his throwing, when his throwing is on point, it makes it even more difficult to beat Perry County.
Yeah.
So I'd go as far to say this is probably one of the best games in the region that we have seen.
Definitely going to be an entertaining game. I'm excited to see it. One small advantage, building off of what you said, that Perry Central might be able to take advantage of is, Letcher Central, their leading rusher and leading passer, the same player. Perry Central, you look over at their rushing game, they've got 4 guys in the backfield they like to hand that ball off to. And 3 of those rushing over 80 yards.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so they've got options.
Whenever you have multiple guys that average out around almost 300 rushing yards a game, that is intimidating.
It is intimidating.
And it kind of makes things easier on your line because they know who to target fresh off the bat.
Absolutely.
But as for the guys down the field playing safety and other positions, their head's kind of scrambling.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I need to focus on this guy, and here he goes.
Yeah.
Over my head.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's just so difficult. But Letcher County has proven to be a great team. And, you know, while it is early in the season, I am very excited to watch this game and get to broadcast it.
It's going to be great. I'm excited to listen to you and David Adams upstairs. That's always a blessing.
It is, especially working beside of a Hall of Famer like him.
Yes, absolutely. All that coming up, kickoff. I'm already in ball season. It's fall. Kickoff in less than 10 minutes coming your way. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, you're going to be listening to the voices of, once again, Jonathan Hicks and David Adams. Thank you so much, all of our viewers, guys that chime in like Ryan Farmer and Jordan Feltner and Van Breeding, all of our other, Nick Hall, of our other great fan watchers out there that chime in with us every week. Thank you all, and everybody else watching on either TVS Cable, Facebook, or YouTube. This has been Before the Whistle with the infamous Papa Jonathan Hicks.
Wes Smith, the infamous Wes.
And me, Wes. Thank you all for joining us. When we come back, high school football action.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Brought to you by Bank of Heinemann, Thacker Grigsby, Paradise Pizza, Game On Hazard, Wicker Law Offices in Heinemann, Heinemann Land Auction Company, and TVS.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school football right here on Hometown 24 as we travel here to Whitesburg tonight. A big matchup as the Perry County Central Commodores come to town to play the Letcher Central Cougars. Last week, Letcher Central goes to East Carter and loses 40-8. It was a bad loss for Perry Central. Been playing some good football and didn't hardly work out for them. Letcher Central was off. I'm Dave Adams, along with Jonathan Hicks And Katie Sloan is here tonight, Jonathan, and it's good to have her. I thought she
It
did an
is.
excellent job.
And if I can say anything, it's the fact that you brought us from the Hyman Station here to Letcher County, Kentucky in about 3 minutes.
Hey, you
are
can do it, buddy.
You're a menace to ride with. I
Katie,
will
don't
say
you
that.
think that's the way it should be done?
Absolutely.
Katie, want to welcome you along. I think you've been doing a great job with the volleyball games, and I thought you was the hit of the show.
She
out
was.
there.
Well, thank you.
She blew us out of the
welcome.
water, that's for sure.
Looking at this football game tonight, both teams have excellent quarterbacks. Carson Adams for Letcher Central, and then you have the Commodores' Big McKenzie. He has had a special year. He's improved a lot
He
on
has.
his throws, and he will take off and run the football. But Carson Adams, he has had a special year this year for the Cougars. He's been running the football extremely well for them. And he's going to be the man that Commodores really have to pay attention to. He's got 347 yards rushing so far this year, and that's amazing for the quarterback. Big, strong quarterback.
That's right. You know, thanks to Katie for the amazing stat sheets that we have in front of us. No thanks to Josh Cornett. You know, whenever the quarterback is averaging almost 87 yards a game, that is so intimidating. But to reflect on the impact players for Perry County Central rushing game, Cade Miller.
Yeah.
Cade Miller is a guy that whenever he gets by you, you don't see him again.
You're right.
Let me rephrase that. You see the back of his jersey.
Yeah, you see the back number going down, and look at the Perry Central Commodores as we have the impact players, and that's brought to you by Thacker and Grigsby of Hyman and the surrounding area that they serve so well to all of their customers. And let's go to Letcher's Central Cougars impact player, Carson Adams, as we talked about before. John Little, he will carry the mail as catch the football, and Nicholas Hanning, he loves to run the football. And I like him on defense at times,
That's exactly what I was about to speak about. His activity on the defensive end is so amazing to me. He never stops moving, and because of that, it's really hard for offenses to work around him.
Absolutely. Looks like a nice crowd has come up from Perry Central tonight, and Cougars with a big crowd as always as we're getting near football time here on the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. I want to thank those good folks for helping us along and sponsoring their football, and we'll get to all of our sponsors as the game goes along, and we appreciate them so much for all their help. Katie, you a big football fan?
I like football pretty good.
Okay, okay. I think football in the mountains has come a long way for us. The facilities. Look at Letcher Central. Look at Perry Central, and we hear some other schools going to improve their facilities as well. And I think that's very impressive because we got some of the finest facilities in the state of Kentucky.
We do, and it's so good to see this small part of Kentucky flourishing whenever it comes to athletics. And, you know, it's so good to give all these players and all these young kids the best places to play because that makes them feel special, and they need to feel special, especially during the task at hand.
Look for Cade Miller, number 13 tonight. He's got 233 yards so far in 4 ball games for the Commodores. Commodores 3-1 record, Cougars 3-1. So somebody will get an extra win after this game's over with. Getting ready to kick it off. Glad you're with us right here on Hometown 24. Commodores have won the toss, deferred, and they will kick it off. And we're ready to go as the Commodores put the ball in the air, picked up by the Cougars, 25, 30, 35. Met by a lot of Commodores at the 39 to be 1st and 10 right there for the Cougars.
And, David, that was impact player Nicholas Hanning doing what he does best.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you were making his head swell before the game.
Well, I tell you, I liked him. I thought he played well in the last outing the Cougars had. Commodores, a big defensive front there. Carson Adams will send wideouts always, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And we want to say hello to our buddy Harold, and we miss him and hope he gets back soon. Carson Adams up 40, 45, 50. He's got room, 40, 30, and there he's met out of bounds by Commodore number 35 on defense. That's Perkins, Josh Perkins, with a nice tackle against Carson Adams. Be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
And a player that has that kind of activity out of the quarterback position is so hard to beat. And Carson Adams, a player that leads his team in rushing yards, brings us the Kyle S. Hall first down.
Yeah, absolutely. Cougars spreading the field here early, and Carson Adams will take the snap. It's faked, and he will keep it. He's running the football. He's been tough there. Down to the 15, 10, 5. He may go, and he does. Touchdown, Carson Adams for the Cougars.
And just like that, David, he proves our point as he presents the Mint Cottage touchdown within 30 seconds of the first quarter.
I thought he made it look easy. He seemed like the tackles just struggled with him. He's a big guy,
That's right.
And he does it well, and does it well a lot of times. Coming in, Sanders will try the Goins will try the extra point for Letcher Central. Quick score there for the Cougars, 6-0, trying to add it on. Kick is up, extra kick, and it's on the board. Here early in Whitesburg, Cougars 7, Commodores will get the football when we come back. We'll be back.
David, we're live.
We are live, and we're back at Letcher Central. I was waiting on Katie to say.
I was too.
We're back at
I was waiting
Whitesburg.
on John.
Here's the kick as the Cougars kick off. Picked up by the Commodores, 20, 25. He gets a little room on the outside down to the 40 and about the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as a nice return there by
Impact player, Kobe Eldridge.
Eldridge with a nice run back, and really he's got good speed for the big guy. He turned it up the corner, got some distance there. Coach Mark Dixon, former coach at Hazard, goes to Prairie Central. And I'm telling you, he's doing a pretty nice job with this team this year. You take last week's game away, and they played well.
And, Perry County kind of went out of their comfort zone a little bit to play that team. And while they did take a hard loss, I'm sure that they came away from that game with a lot of learning experience.
High formation right to the fullback, and he goes for about 5 on the play. That carry is number 34 for the Commodores. And that
Elijah
is
Gayhart.
Gayhart.
Yep.
Want to say hello to everybody out there tonight watching the football game. Glad to have you along. Looks like Cougars playing a little 52 on defense. McKenzie runs into fullback. The ball is loose, and Letcher picks it up, and he may go. He's at the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Cougars if it's not called back.
Oh, my goodness, David Adams.
What a play on defense. But that play was bogged from the start as McKenzie runs into his fullback. Not enough room there. And that play will stand. And Coach Mark Dixon, I know, is not going to be happy with that play. It went south from the beginning.
Letcher County has scored 13 points, possibly 14, in a minute and 15 seconds.
Well, they have indeed, and the clock, those lights will keep going if you keep making mistakes like that as well.
That was number 65. Jackson Meade picked that up and ran with it quickly.
And you got to think, that's a lineman that made it down the field like that.
Yep.
He ran like Forrest Gump was going home.
The Bank of Hyman game of the week, 14-0 Cougars, and Commodores will get the football back as the Cougars on the second play of the offense on a 2nd and 5 make the fumble happen and take it to the house. But I thought McKenzie on the snap didn't have control of it.
That's right. And last week we kind of witnessed that. And whenever he kind of gets his head in the game, it's really hard to stop McKenzie. But it's those little mistakes like that that can alter the entire game. And early on, you're down 14-0 in a minute 15 into the game. And that's a shot through the heart, David.
Yeah, Commodore's hangover has got to go away from last week and go away quickly because if you're Coach Mark Dixon, you do not want to get down much more to the Cougars. Here's the kickoff. Looks like the Commodores will have it 15, 20, 25, 30, 34-yard line. On the return, good field position. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Commodores.
And Kobe Eldridge just has a way of galloping down the field. And whenever he gets past a couple of defenders, his momentum kind of gets going. And he's another player, kind of like Cade Miller. You just can't catch him.
Well, you know, I was impressed with the big guy's speed as he ran for the end zone. No question about it. Looks like the ball is going to be put on the 36, 1st and 10.
You know, Jackson Meade really turned on the Jets for Letcher County, right?
One wide out to the left. McKenzie getting ready to get under center. Seems like he's trying to figure it out right now, Jonathan.
I see a play to Cade Miller,
Katie?
and it doesn't look like they gained any yards, David.
No, one on the carry, and
One and done.
one and done, Katie. One and done.
We see that a lot nowadays in sports.
Yeah. And by the way, I got Vonda to do all my paperwork today, and then Katie brought that. We've got so many papers here, we don't know what to, and we thank those ladies. Katie.
That's right.
Yeah.
I try.
Behind a bunch
I
of
know.
very skilled men.
Katie, you were telling me Freddie brags on you all the time, and he
Oh, yeah.
should. He should indeed.
Freddie definitely brags. Mhm.
2nd down, 9 to go as the Commodores will try to get something going offensively here on their 4th offensive play of the football game. Tailback gets it, 40, and that will be
Cade Miller.
Miller running the football.
And they gained 3 yards right there.
They did. You know what? I thought the block of the tackle did a nice job of pulling out and coming over. He did block, and I thought Miller may have should have turned behind him right there and may have had the path he wanted to go on. 14-0 if you just joined us on the Bank of Hyman game of the week. It's been all Cougars so far. Commodores with the football. 3rd down and about 5. McKenzie under center. Here's the snap. Miller with the ball, and he's going to be bottled up there as the linebacker shot up. Number 50 for the Cougars. Shot up and made a good play. And that is Dawson. Cornett.
Like Josh.
Yeah.
And actually, fun fact about Cade Miller for Perry County, he actually runs 58.2 yards per game net. So he runs the ball quite a bit.
He does indeed. And he's kind of like Carson Adams, carries the mail a lot. And Commodore's going to punt it away, and a nice punt as he's going to get the Commodore row, and it's going to go all the way down. Nice row, and it looks like it'll be on the 8-yard line where the Cougars will take over.
And that's a nice punt.
It was a very good punt.
Actually, you were talking about the comparison between Miller and Adams. Adams runs 86.8.
And that's from the quarterback position, David Adams.
It is indeed. And we saw him tonight how tough he is running the football.
That's right.
Absolutely. I like him. He's got a strong body on him.
That's right. And our buddy Bo Hammonds, who we also miss, and we hope that you're doing well, buddy. We hope we've been praying for you and your family, along with Harold and his. But Bo says that this guy's ceiling is sky high, and I believe Bo's right. As he goes to run again, and I see a flag on the play.
I think we got a hold on number 75 for the Cougars, unless they change their mind, and that was Stamper. May have got too much shirt. We'll see.
That's right. But one thing you can't get enough of is Wood from Hyman Pro Mart sponsoring the flag on the play.
Boy, you can go into Hyman Pro Mart and just get it all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can get wood or you can get sawdust. It don't matter. And in a time where wood is $14 for a 2x4, you can get it for a whole lot cheaper than that Hyman Pro Mart. I hope I'm right.
You can also get pool supplies.
You can indeed.
You can.
And that stuff is at a shortage.
Prairie Central declined the penalty, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Carson Adams back there, wide outs each side.
And Perry County really looking to slow down Carson Adams.
Yeah. Little comes back to help protect, but here comes Adams out. He's at the 20, running the football. 25, goes out of bounds at the 30. 1st and 10. He made that look easy. Just come off the tackle and a lane wide open.
If there's a rushing record at Letcher County, it's en route to be broken by Carson Adams tonight.
Well, he's playing well. The Commodores, to me, though, is not the team that we've had on for a couple of times.
That's
here.
right.
The emotion is down, and they got a 3-1 record. And I think they got a good football team. They're just going to have to get back on track here and get the stop and get back in the game. Adams takes the snap, hand off to number 7, Little, and he goes down to about the 45, where he's met there by 2 Commodores.
Number 14, Caden Barnett.
Yep, Barnett with a big tackle. It's so good to call the game. I like calling games with Harold. He's so involved in it. But it's always nice to have 2 or 3 people who's going to get the numbers and all that, and it makes it easy.
That's right. And, Harold, I love you, Papaw, but Katie's really outdone you here.
I don't know. Katie is doing a very good job. Carson Adams will take the snap, throws out to number 2, down to the 30. He's got a little room, brought down at the 25. And that's number 2 for the Cougars. That's Blair. Alex Blair on his first run tonight, the senior. He got good speed.
Yes, he does. And it's not the kind of speed that picks up as he gets further down the field. It's immediate speed.
Yes, it is.
As soon as he gets the football.
Coach Junior Matthews of the Letcher County Central, a nice job with this football team this year. A nice job.
This is a completely different team than what we've seen last season, David.
Absolutely, and Coach Mark Dixon doing a good job with the Commodores. Carson Adams with the football off the straight snap down to the 20, almost to the 20, out of bounds there at a stop the clock with 6:35 to go.
And, early on in this game, it's kind of surprising to me that ever since Letcher County got the football back, this was their first possession where they didn't get a first down.
Yes, that is true.
And that's really saying a lot. Perry County I don't know what it is with the team tonight. They seem like they're not on the same page, if that makes sense.
Cougars sending wideouts both ways with number 22. That's Bashir.
As they fake the handoff, but he falls in front of the QB.
Yeah, Bashir went down, and that kind of busted the play up, run it to the left side. Ball down on the 20-yard line where we're going to have 3rd down coming up for the Cougars. Bank of Hyman, game of the week right here on Hometown 24. Always a good crowd up at Letcher Central. Always. And Prairie Central draws a good crowd.
Oh,
High school football is doing well with the size of the crowds they're drawing this year. Adams will get ready for the snap. Commodores on the defense, and here's the hand to the Cougars. 20. They're going to have Holen in the backfield. That's number 68 with the Holen call, as Blair carries number 22. That's Bashir carrying the mail for the Cougars, and all that run will come back as we have a holding call, and that will be on number 68, Hayes, for Hunter Hayes for the Cougars. His first penalty on the night, and Hunter does a pretty good job on that line for the Cougars.
He does, but that was definitely deflating for the Letcher County team.
Well, it was. This team is very capable, though, with the explosion they have in the backfield to carry the mail and make up for it on one play, no question about it.
And, David, the question is can they do it? And the answer is yes, they can.
Yep. Clock running, 5:30 to go. First quarter, 14-0 Cougars. Adams, 3 wide outs, right to the left. He looks in the air. Here's the pass. Him in the numbers. That was number 7, Little, and that was kind of a late touch, but I agree with the official there. The hit was made directly after the ball had went into the body, and I know you guys are not agreeing with me, but I like that.
You're the Hall of Famer. What you say
Katie,
goes.
what do you say about the play?
I do not agree with you.
Okay. See, she don't agree with me.
Hate to tell you.
You thought it should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. I'm getting texts saying they agree with me. So
I'm telling you, you're the Hall of Famer. You're the Hall of Famer. What you say goes.
Adams going to put the ball in there. He's got a man, and it's going to be 6 if as White Isom for the Cougars. A nice catch. Is that number 16?
It is number 16.
That's White Isom. We got it right. A little blur, but we're getting it where we need to be. Third touchdown of the quarter for the for the Cougars. Commodores finding themselves in a no-way-back situation.
That's right.
I think you're right. They're still in a bit of a hangover state. I think they need some water from the water boy.
You can go down and play a big game, and it don't turn out well, and you're not ready the next week.
That's right.
And it happens to a lot of teams.
And, sometimes you play against a team that's so physical that you're still so worn down over the course of the next week. And what a kick right there. Sends the football hitting the mountainside. How about it?
Absolutely.
Send him to the NFL. He's ready.
Hometown 24, high school football, 21-0. Cougars will return in a bit.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Eldridge.
Commodores running the ball back to the 48-yard line, and sorry about the kickoff there, but they started a little early, but we got it going. And Jonathan, 21-0 spot. Commodores need something special quickly.
They have to do something.
I told you what they needed. They need that water boy the water from the water boy, not that old Gatorade.
Absolutely.
Mama said football was the devil.
49-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Commodores as McKenzie will get ready to take the snap. Wide out to the right, got a slot man, and let's see what happens here. No, he moves back with dot the I. And here we go, ball handoff to the Commodores down to the 50, maybe the 49. It'll be 2nd down, and running the football for the Commodores is Eldridge. And, you know, he's got good speed. Coach uses him on kickoffs. He does a nice job for the team there. He's really a strong athlete.
He is. And this season he has led the team in the 3rd ranking, actually, with 157 yards this season already.
157.
Yep.
Nice-looking athlete. Good speed.
And the impressive thing with those 157 yards, and not counting the ones that he has tonight, but he gets them so quickly. And, you know, while Cade Miller leads the team in rushing yards, he averages that out over the course of the entire game, where Kobe Eldridge will go through spurts where he just sprints from one end of the field to the other.
Absolutely. Here's McKenzie with the ball, and they missed a handoff again, and he picks up one maybe. And I think that was a miscommunication right there.
You can kind of see the line split up to where lets Letcher County defense pour onto McKenzie.
Letcher Central has been hitting the gaps quickly. They're pulling 2 linebackers in the hole on the open spots on the A gap and B gap, and it's been bothering the Commodores. Now, Commodores getting ready for their 3rd down play here. 3:41 to go. Looks like Miller is going out far left. And Commodore so far is not having very good luck at running the football off guard and tackle. Cougars playing a defense strong tonight, being very aggressive. McKenzie going to the air. It's put up. He's got his man, and a nice defensive play by number 16 of the Cougars. That's White Isom. Plays both sides of the football and plays it well.
And, you know, David, the first game that me and Bo got the privilege to cover Letcher County, Bo focused heavy on that, what we just seen, how White Ison is able to go from being a sole part of the offense to being a make it or break it kind of guy on defense. And there isn't a football that he hasn't seen that he's not willing to jump for.
Oh, absolutely.
This season, Ison has got 9 tackles all by himself. So he is definitely a solid defender out there.
He is definitely. He plays well on both sides of the football. Snap is high, but the Commodores will get it off. Here comes the Cougars on the return up to the 15, 20. He'll be out of bounds about at the 26-yard line. And
that's Nick Haining, impact player for Letcher County Central.
Haining, not a bad speed player. He plays well.
There's a reason that he's a hometown 24 impact player.
No question about it.
Once again, we want to say a big thank you to all of you tuning in with us, whether it be on TVS, Facebook, or YouTube. And we once again want to give a huge thank you to all of our sponsors.
Absolutely.
And big thank you to our producer, Josh Cornett.
Absolutely.
As he's sitting over there munching on some really good-looking pizza. We might have to get a slice of that soon.
Yeah. Cougars, Carson Adams with a handoff up to the 30, well, about the 34-yard line. Nice run by the Cougars as the clock goes to 2:57 as the Cougars continue to move the football.
And that was number 22, Hayden Brashear, a senior for the Cougars that got a good run right there from the handoff by Adams.
You know, in this football game, offensively, the Commodores have not made solid handoffs.
No.
They've not, and that's not like them. I don't know if they're just having the off start right now, but they picked a bad team to off start. They've got to get themselves back in it. In motion goes the Cougars. Adams with the ball, and he's up to 35. He'll get to the 42-yard line. Yes, 42, and a little late punch there, but not enough, says the official.
I ain't going to argue with you on this one.
Well, I was expecting an argument there, but I didn't get it.
This dude's a fiend for arguing.
You have to pick and choose your battles.
I guess so.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Ball on the 42-yard line. It'll be first down for the Cougars.
David Adams, you say baloney 40-yard line?
I did.
That's what I thought you said.
He's got food on the mind.
He does.
He wants a big bologna sandwich with a fresh garden tomato on it.
With a bag of salted potato chips.
Why, yeah.
Gets 4 on the handoff, the Cougars do. Number 11 for the Cougars, that's Matthews. Nice run by him. Comes right off the guard and hits the hole and gets 4 for the Cougars. Second down coming up. Only going to give him about 3 there.
And Letcher County off to the best start that they've probably had this season. Against a team that I expected to put up a little bit more of a fight early on. And look at the lightning speed.
Little picks up good speed there, and it could be close to the first down as he carries right off the right tackle, right side, and drives the ball. And it's going to be, I tell you, I think he's got it. Hits first down. Yes, there's the signal. Yep, by the mark, it looked like first down. Ball's on the 48 as the Cougars will continue to march. 1:32 first quarter. Bank of Hyman game of the week. Jonathan Hicks, Katie Sloan, and Dave Adams with you. And Harold has the evening off. Josh Cornett doing all the controls.
Yes, sir. Big thank you to our cameramen as well.
Devin is up there at Whitesburg doing a great job. Adams with a little fake, but here he goes as he goes left side back to the right, and big carry for him and a first down for the Cougars. In on the tackle, number 22 for the Commodores.
That is Jaden Willis, a freshman at Perry County Central. And, David, you have connections like I've never seen in my life. Do you have somebody that you can text or call in Letcher County to see how many yards Carson Adams already has in this game?
Well, I would call Tex Manus, but he's got his head watching that ball game so hard right now, he wouldn't get back with me for a while. Adams to pass out, and here comes the Cougars up to the 30, and he's still on his feet, and there he goes. 29-yard line on that run for the Cougars with 34 seconds to go here in the first period, 21-0. Yes, that's right, folks, 21-0. Letcher Central had a big first quarter tonight.
And to think that all 21 of their points came within a 5-minute span is astonishing to me.
Well, they get 6 on a turnover, and those hurt. And when you turn the football over, you usually pay. So you've got to stop the turnovers.
Letcher County going for it.
Number 22, Bashir lined up behind, and Adams goes to the right, makes the pass over, and gets it down to the 11. That was Little carrying the mail after Carson out. Nice little floater pass out there. He wraps it in, and the Cougars keep driving, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, folks. We're glad you're with us tonight. We're live from Whitesburg, 21-0 Cougars. We'll be back.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard. Since 1954, Heinemann Funeral Services has been part of this community. When your family needs someone who cares, Danny Terry and his staff are here to help. During your family's time of need, they are a helping hand through every step of the process, from services to monument and to your loved one's final resting place. Celebrating over 50 years proud service to the community, Heinemann Funeral Services.
Welcome back to the Cougar Field here in Whitesburg of Letcher County, Kentucky. The first quarter ended in 21-0. The Cougars started very strong with a nice lead. All touchdowns. Perry County just could not pick it up, could not get anything on the board this quarter, but I think they're going to come back. Maybe this quarter, maybe third quarter, but I don't think these Perry Central boys are done fighting just yet.
I have to agree with you. They've got a lot of fight, and the man over there walking on the sideline, Mark Dixon, has a lot of fight as well, and he's not going to be happy at halftime if it continues. He's a competitor, and he wants his kids to compete as well, and so far they've been lackadaisical.
I think they'll pick it up. I don't think they're out of this just yet. I think, like you said, there's maybe a little funk going on, but they'll pick it up pretty quick.
It'll be second down after the penalty sends the Cougars all the way back to the 31. And nice play as number 8 for the Cougars. And nice. Who's the defense?
The tackle was by number 4, Tyler Smith.
Now, after the penalty, folks, the reason you see this one play, there's a rule in high school football. If I'm not mistaken, if you have a penalty on the last play, the clock goes out. You are to play one more play, and that's what we just saw. So if you're confused about that, if you get a flag or a penalty, and if it's, you just do one more play. It's kind of like... it's not over till it's over.
That's right.
But anyway, they do the play, so we're going to get ready to start the second quarter here. 21-0. What's been the biggest thing that stood out so far, Jonathan, from you?
Well, Letcher County's activity on both ends of the field. Their defense has been great. They have not let Perry County make it past the third down into a first. Anytime that Perry County's gotten to a third down situation, they've had to kick it off, and 3 of the 5 times that they've done that, Letcher County's gotten a touchdown.
Want to say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Danny Bates up there in Blackie, Kentucky, tuning in tonight. Glad to have you along here on Hometown 24. Carson Adams back, looks downfield, nobody open, then he releases it. A nice play, but on defense, Eldridge makes the big play defensively to knock the football away. And that'll make 4th down coming up for the Cougars. Katie, do you punt it or do you run a play?
Well, they're doing pretty well with the running so far, but they're so far from a touchdown, I don't think that would be a smart decision.
Well, there you go. Let's punt the football.
This here's the big brains of the crew.
Yep, absolutely. Now, if Harold Mullins was sitting here, he'd say, go for it.
No, what he would say was, let them run. I sure do miss you, Papa.
Glad to have everyone along tonight on this Bank of Hyman Game of the Week from Letcher County Central. We want to thank the fine folks up there at Letcher Central, Superintendent Yance and Mr. Blair, the AD, for letting Hometown 24 come in, and we really appreciate you guys letting us do that. Now we got a false start. We'll back it back 5 yards and try it all over again.
Well, I think there's no question that will be yet another punt.
I think so.
Flag presented by Hyman Pro Mart.
Stop down there and see the fine folks at Hyman Pro Mart. They will take care of you, I guarantee it.
Get you some pool supplies. Winterize that pool.
There you go. Here's the snap, and it was
a kick.
Nice kick. Eldridge has got it, and he may make a move. He's at the 30. He's got some room. 40, 50. He's going to go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Nice return by Eldridge. Letcher Central, a little sleep on that. Probably should have made the dive try there.
They should have. And truth be told, had Letcher County been paying more attention, they could have stopped him in that outfield, but they didn't. Instead, they kind of took a second to process that, hey, the second fastest guy on Perry County's team has the football. Hopefully the dudes down the field can catch him.
I don't think they thought he was going to run it. I thought they thought he was going to knee it.
Yeah.
That's Kobe Eldridge.
I'd like to see McKenzie get the football to Eldridge a little more here and get the Commodores into play.
And, Letcher County's clamping down on Cade Miller, and that's going to open up windows for Eldridge.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to stop here, and I think Coach Mark Dixon didn't like the way something was lining up, so I think we're going to take a timeout. 21-0, Commodores with a football. We'll return to Whitesburg after this.
Being in an accident can leave you feeling vulnerable and lost. You need a lawyer who will fight for you and be there by your side the entire way. What I believe is that with trust and collaboration, we can get you the justice that you deserve. Go to kyleshall.com right now to schedule a free consultation. I will review the details of your case and get you back on your feet. Don't navigate the legal system alone. Get me in your corner right now.
Welcome back to this Cougar field yet again. Still nothing much has changed. We are 21-0 in the Cougar favor.
Handoff. Eldridge has got it 25-30 and down to the 28. Be second and short coming up for the Commodores. Nice run by Eldridge.
Yes.
Like that.
Coming into the second quarter, Letcher County is definitely letting Eldridge get too far ahead already. They're not paying much attention to him, and he's just really taking it and running for it.
I think Eldridge used the tackle well there that really give him a hold to run off of. Number 72 for the Commodores did a nice job there with the block. Number 72.
Rain Cornett.
Rain Cornett. Nice block. He gave him some running room there on that left side. And here's McKenzie handing off. Eldridge is the man going to carry the mail for a while. It'll be up to about the 23-yard line.
Right on the money, David.
Well, you know, when you get them piling up like that, you just try to divide it.
Well, when you're a Hall of Famer, you just know where they're going to be,
And, by the way, Al Sloyd College basketball will be coming up.
Yes, sir.
In November. I think November the 6th will be the first home game, and then another home game, I believe the 8th or somewhere in there, 9th, we'll have the Berea. Hopefully, if Josh will sign that game, we'll have to wait and see what he figures out. But looking forward to some college basketball.
I am too, and I'm so excited. You know, I'm an Alice Lloyd Eagle.
Yeah.
And, David, you had your many years.
I'm always an Alice Lloyd Eagle.
That's
Miller
right.
carrying the mail down to the 26th. And a good school across the hill, good opportunity for a lot of students, and it does serve well, no question about it.
All you got to do is stay close, go far.
And that, that's true.
It is.
I know a lot of kids have stayed close, and they're doing pretty well right now. They really are.
I mean, David, look how far you've gone.
I have loved it. I've had a good career.
You're a Hall of Famer now, buddy.
Well, I don't know about that. But I enjoyed my...
What do you mean you don't know about it? You got a plaque.
I enjoyed my career playing and coaching for the Eagles. Had some good kids play ball. McKenzie hands it off. Miller's got it. He may turn, and he gets down to the 16. Nice cutback by Miller.
But an even better tackle by number 3, Trevor Branham, a senior at Letcher County Central. And that was one of those situations where he was in the perfect place at the right time.
Absolutely.
Because had he not been there, Perry County would be on the board.
Danny Hilbert tuning in tonight watching football. Danny, a good player from Dilscombs High School, played back in his day. Went to LMU and shot the nets off down there as well. Good guy, good sportsman. We got some scores coming in. Frederick Douglass, 7-0 over Scott County. Miller fumbles, and the Cougars pick it up, and that's the second turnover. And, Coach Dixon, what do? He gets his team in right where he wants them, and Miller, plenty of room to go, and just give the football up. Pike won LCA, 14 apiece. Belfry playing a little tune-up on McGoffin County. 30-0, was that the score? Breathitt and Middlesboro. No score in that one, and expect that to be a pretty good football game. Cougars, wideouts both sides as Carson Adams will get ready.
David, are they running or passing?
I think he's going to pass the way he's looking.
That was
But
a-
no,
oh!
he changed his mind and goes down. Nice defense by the Commodore. I think he was looking at the wideout in this area.
I did
I'm
too.
gonna see here, number 3. I think he was looking at Branham, but Branham was covered well, so he had to tuck and go. And nice defense by the Commodores.
And you know, I would like to comment on the good sportsmanship from number 25, Austin Boggs from the Commodores. You know, he brought down Carson Adams, and in today's day and age, it's nothing for a guy to get tackled and whoever tackled him just get up and walk off. But instead, you know, he got him up, made sure that he was all right, and that's just awesome sportsmanship.
Handoff by the Commodores as the Cougars will get nowhere there as the knee goes down, and it stops there on the play as Bashir had no way to go when the knee dropped.
You know, he had made 2 good moves right there to get himself a little bit of room, and then that foot slips.
Hope you can join us for the Man Halftime Show. We'll try to bring you up to date on some scores and maybe talk a little bit about the Cougars and Commodores first half. Hope you stay around for that as you get the Pepsi and big sandwich as you're watching the game, or the burger.
Or get you some popcorn, because this is like watching a movie. You never know what you're going to see with us.
19-yard line will start the snap, and nowhere to go is number 22, that's Bashir, as he goes to the left. And nice job by the Commodores as they smelt that out. Nice job as the linebacker came up, and the end held his man off and made the play.
And David, what if you're Letcher County and you're on your 4th and 16? Do you take a chance to get it further up the field, or do you punt?
I think you punt it. I mean,
that's wise words right there.
Katie?
I would have to say the same as well. They're doing really well running, but it just doesn't seem like it would be a very smart choice to.
I agree.
That's right.
To continue with it.
Because if they get brought down on that 15, Perry County's in position to score.
Absolutely. Snap is low, having some problems there, but he gets it away.
Still
and,
a great kick.
Yeah, absolutely. Eldridge fumbled the football, and the Cougars will have it back again. And Coach Dixon, what do you do?
Goodness.
What do you do? Ball hits him right in the chest, and they give it up, and they're their own worst enemy tonight. As the Commodores.
Picked up by number 11, Isaac Matthews for Letcher County.
You know, everything going Letcher County's way early on in this game.
They came to play tonight.
They did.
They're on their home field. They got everybody and their mama out there watching. They're ready to take this game.
Junior Matthews has made this a good football program.
He has.
He's worked these kids. He's got them fundamentally doing a lot of things. Carson Adams fakes the toss, going to run it. He's going to be down at the 49, close to the 49. Nice fake by him. 6:15 in the second quarter.
And this has been such a good game early on. And I know the score is 21-0 with 6:07 remaining, but what we've seen so far is one team exploiting the other team's weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, David, you talked about how it could still be one of those hangover weeks where they take a beating the week before and they're still not quite ready to play.
And toss out to Hanning as he goes down to about the 40-yard line. Carson Adams getting snapped quickly there and tossing it out. And
tackled by number 35, Josh Perkins. Snagged that one pretty quick.
Yes,
and that's his second one of the game.
Yeah.
Perkins actually leads the team in solo tackles with 13 and total tackles with 45.
Check this guy out. Man on a mission.
He sure is a mission.
He's played well, and, Commodores, Miller with the fumble, Eldridge with a fumble, McKenzie with a fumble, 3 turnovers, and,
That was almost intercepted.
That was number 8 for Letcher County with the fumble, Nicholas Haney.
Couldn't get a hold of it exactly, and the Commodores knocking it away, and that's going to bring up second down, ball on the 40.
Looked like it about knocked the wind out of him. It hit him pretty hard in the chest.
Carson Adams went for one of those Tom Brady 10-yard passes.
Big guy, got plenty of strength. And look for him maybe to do a run here. He's got his back beside of him, puts the man in motion, and he hangs on to the football. And here's the run down to the 35, 30, 25, and we got a holding call on number 22 of the Cougars. That's Bashir. The ball's going to come back. And
that was number 35 again, Josh Perkins with the tackle.
Yeah.
And we got eagle eyes over here, David Adams. Man, sees everything on the field.
Well, that one's kind of easy. Got him by the back jersey, and they won't let you do that. And I think Coach Matthews is going to talk to him quietly about that. I mean, that was pretty obvious. It wasn't a hard call.
The flag presented by Hyman Pro Mart.
Can't beat them.
We sound like a broken record, David.
We do. By the way, college football tomorrow, if you UK and South Carolina, be a 7 o'clock kickoff on ESPN2. Be sure, if you get a chance, check that out. LSU will go against Mississippi State, Georgia at Vanderbilt, Alabama at Southern Miss, Tennessee and Florida on the SEC network at 7 o'clock. Should be a good game. Adams back. Here's the pass. He's got a man. It's called touchdown, and that catch is by Little, and Little gets his team 6 more points.
David,
in the end zone.
That's Jonah Little's second touchdown of the game, and he's going to turn around and kick it.
Well, hey.
He does a little bit of everything.
He does indeed. Extra point will come up here. 27-0 with 5:16, and folks, if you would have told me this before the game started, I would have bet you money that this wouldn't have happened. I expect the Cougars to be tough here and probably win this football game, but I thought it would be a battle.
You got to expect the unexpected.
Oh, is that correct? And that's
correct.
from a volleyball star.
That's right.
By the way. And who does a great job on Hometown with the volleyball games.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, I had the pleasure of calling with her Monday night.
Did you learn anything?
I learned so much, David, and so much that I actually had some people texting me saying, I didn't know that you didn't know a lot, but later on throughout the night, you sounded a whole lot better than you did when you started. And I said, thank Katie for that.
I told you I'm a good teacher.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Extra point coming up for the Cougars. 27-0, trying to get hit down, and here's the kick. It's up, and the officials say it's right there in the middle. 28-0 from Whitesburg. Commodores need to get on the board when we come back.
And welcome back to the Cougar Field in Whitesburg, Kentucky. Letcher County Cougars up 28-0 against the Perry County Central Commodores. We got 5:16 remaining in this first half. And, guys, we have seen Perry County playing like they're not quite sure what they're doing.
Well, I think they've run their routes and stuff correctly, Jonathan. I think their biggest fear tonight is they're not hanging on to the football.
Right.
I mean, it's and you get down when you make a mistake like that, and you try to battle back, and you try and do too much sometimes. But these are young men; they'll keep playing hard, and we'll see what happens. Onside kick picked up by the Commodores, and a nice hands grab there by the Commodores number 30. That's Eddington for Prairie Central, and they'll have the ball on the 47 and 1st and 10 Commodores.
I think a lot of Perry County's issue tonight is they don't know whether Letcher is going to run the ball or if they're going to pass the ball, because they do a lot of both.
That's right.
They have been running a lot of hand fake there, and
I look
course.
for the second half to pass a lot more. I think they'll change it up a little bit, especially if Perry County finds a way to adjust to that and covers them better. I think they'll definitely switch over to their more prominent passing.
And I agree.
Yep. Vincent out wide to the right, the receiver for the Commodores. McKenzie will go under center, hand off to Eldridge. He'll run for about 3. He's met there by number 50 for the Cougars.
That is Dawson Cornett. Or Cornett. There's an E on the end.
Well, we'll call him Cornett.
Cornett.
That's got a little bit of Spanish on it, don't it, David?
Well, we know a J.D. Cornett, but his
That's
name
right.
is no E, and he's a good guy, too.
I think the world of J.D. He was a great guy. I met him on my very first visit to Alice Lloyd College, and he definitely made the place feel like home and signed papers the same day.
And Chance Cornett, his son.
Excellent baseball player.
Yeah. Vincent stays at the wideout as McKenzie will hand off to Eldridge, 35-40 right side, and gets to the 36, and that should be enough for a Commodore first down with 4:29 to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Man Toyota at the half coming up. We should have a lot of high school scores coming.
That tackle was made by number 5, Keaton Day, leading the team in tackles.
All right.
And Keaton Day getting Perry Central their first down off of his tackle, which brings me to the point of the Kyle S. Hall first down. Once again, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate it more than you know. As Perry Central give it up to number 34, a guy that we haven't seen run tonight.
No, we've not. Eldridge has been carrying the mail, but that's Gayhart carrying the mail a little bit, and he picks up about 2 off that right side, right off tackle. Coach Mark Dixon, his second season with the Commodores. Does a pretty darn good job everywhere he's at. Absolutely.
3:40 to go in this first half. Perry Central on their 2nd and 9 from the 35.
Temperature should drop a little bit as the game goes tonight, but great football weather.
But good thing we got a barn burner down here in Whitesburg.
McKenzie will drop under center. Vincent out far to the right. Hand off, and the ball's up the middle, and that's number 34 for that's Gayhart carrying the mail again for the Commodores, and he gets 2 more, and it's going to be third down in about 6.5, close to 7, really. Likes just a little ways.
Likes what?
Just a little ways.
And it looks like Perry County is going to go to pass this one.
Well, where's Eldridge? You
Yeah.
need him. He's got the height. He's a hard matchup for the Cougars. Miller's out here to the left. Vincent out here to the left. McKenzie getting ready to take the snap. Shotgun. Here we go. Over to the right side, picked up by the Cougars and fumbled. No, I think it's an incomplete pass, but they're ruling him down there, and it's going to be 4th down, a loss of about 2 on the play.
I think he might have completely caught that one. I'm not sure. He might have tucked it in the elbow.
Do you go or do you punt?
Go for it.
You're
I would
down?
go for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would too. Good call.
So close already.
Watch for Miller down here, number 13, to be in this play. McKenzie, he's got good speed. Vincent also has good speed.
That's right.
And so look for something may turn there. Coach Dixon going to change his play. McKenzie's waiting on it, and here we go. The play's been hollered in, and we're getting ready to go. Clock will run at minute 40. McKenzie faking. He's going to put it down, going to run. 30. He's not going to make it, but nice play. But the Cougars will get the football back with plenty of time at 1:33 to head for the other end zone.
And, ultimately, the problem right there was it was just not a good snap.
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Chance McKenzie's a tall guy to begin with.
He is, and very strong.
And he almost didn't catch it. But smart play by him to not take a chance on throwing it away. He lowered that shoulder, got up the field, and was just 2 yards away from getting the first down.
I agree very much. Absolutely. lot of high school football. We hope to have some scores coming in at halftime to go over those with you.
And, David, it looks like Frederick Douglass is now up 12-0 against Scott County.
That's a big-time game.
It is. That's some good teams right there.
A lot of talent on the field down there. Carson Adams with the football throw out here. That's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get the football out to Hanning and could not do it as arm went downward too quick and the ball heads down.
And, David, I'm sure where the temperatures are dropping, that ball's getting a little bit wet. Well, and whenever he threw it, the pass looked accurate from his arm, but you could see his hand done like a flip motion.
Yeah. Do you all think it's getting a little cooler earlier this season?
Yes. Big thank you to global warming.
Global
warming. You don't believe in the global warming.
Well, I don't know.
I'm in the same boat as you.
That's a safe answer.
Carson Adams takes the snap. Up the middle he goes. 35-40. Gets a good block by number 7 there as he goes out of bounds. His teammate Little comes in and gives him 6 more yards as he makes the block. First down for the Cougars. Clock will start back. It's at 1:23 right now.
And Letcher County has really surprised a lot of people tonight.
You're standing beside one right here who is surprised.
Well, I am one.
I thought the Cougars would have a chance to win this football game.
I did
no
too.
question. But 21-14 or 14-7, you know what I mean.
That's right.
Carson Adams looking down the field, got nobody. Good pressure coming at him. He's going to have to get rid of it. He goes down, and a loss, and we've got a flag. And we'll have to wait and see who that's on.
Flag presented by Hyman Pro-Mart. And if David Adams were talking just then, he would have said, they got everything you need.
Everything. Go down and see the folks down at Hyman Pro-Mart, and you can also get popcorn there while you're waiting.
Really?
How could you
Absolutely.
forget that?
And not only popcorn, good popcorn.
Yes, fresh pop.
Well, we got a personal foul, and believe it or not,
it's against Letcher County.
It's against the Cougars, and I didn't see that. I thought it was a late hit coming in.
And that's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
That's why as soon as it happened, I didn't see the flag thrown, and you guys seen me kind of moving my hands around like, where was it at? And then they threw it, and I was like, there it is. Well, not what I expected.
Absolutely.
A minute to go in the first half. David Adams hit us away with some play-by-play to end it.
Carson Adams goes back, fakes the throw, comes to the right side. Now he tosses out there, and it's caught.
What a pass.
By number 8, that's Hanning. And let me tell you, Carson Adams has been going to him quite a bit.
He has. And, Nick Hanning, an impact player for Letcher County Central.
Nick's got good speed. I
does.
like his speed. I like the way he changes his routes, and he gives him an option. He does.
And Letcher County's impact player is truly the glue of tonight's lead that they have.
Right now, Little is the big guy for the Cougars. He's had a great first half, and he wants to be our Alice Lloyd College player of the game.
Oh, he's working for it.
Carson goes back. Adams with a toss down to the 50. All the way down to the 33 goes number 16. That's icing for the Cougars.
Knocked out of bounds by number 8, Kobe Eldridge.
Nice tackle. First down for the Cougars. Clock at 43 seconds here in Whitesburg.
On the 1st and 10 from the 34 with 43 seconds to go, David.
What a nice football facility here.
That's right. There's something about the atmosphere at Letcher County that I've always loved. And I said it on Before the Whistle, and I'll say it now.
Yeah.
there's something about Letcher County that I've always enjoyed.
And you know the Commodore's a nice facility as well. Carson Adams will pull that one back and keep it, and he goes down 36-yard line. Nice play by number 25.
Austin Boggs.
Boggs, a nice play by the Commodores.
He is a senior this year.
And it looks like with 36 seconds to go, we'll keep it here. The Cougars going to call a timeout. And what's the thing as set out is started the game. It still continues the game.
That's right.
Commodores get on the row. They get some yardage going. And guess what? They turn the football over.
And, you know, a couple weeks ago, I got the privilege to call a Breathitt County game, and I believe they were also playing Perry County. And they were doing the exact same thing against Perry. Every time that they would start getting some momentum, get 10 yards out from a touchdown, they would slip up, they'd get a flag. After the flag, they would turn the ball over, and there goes Perry County with another touchdown.
You know, I think if you're Coach Dixon, you're going to take the kids in and say, look, we've played pretty well. We've just helped them. We've given them 21. And we've got to settle down, hang on to the football, and try to get back into this one play at a time, get back in the football game.
And, you know, the number one thing that Perry County has to be worried about is if a Letcher can get this next touchdown before they can.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It will be very hard for the Commodores if the Cougars put a touchdown on 36 seconds to go. They're already in a hard spot, and this ball's on the 36-yard line as Adams comes out. He will get ready. 3 receivers to the right, and one in motion is number 7. That's Little in motion for the Cougars, and Little will have it, and he's going to throw it. He's going to put it in there in the crowd, and it's knocked down. Nice play by the Commodores. Number 30 putting a hand on that football for the Commodores.
That is Phoenix Eddington.
Eddington with a big play.
And that's his second big play
of
the game so far. And he's done an excellent job at being very active for Perry County's defense.
He is indeed. Commodores would like to have that special play. You know, the Cougars have had 2 or 3 big-time plays that's really just exploded on the board. And, you know, the Commodores needs to come back here as Adams will get set for the snap. Commodores looking to put some heat on him, and he drops back. He looks in the air, still looking, can't find anyone. Yep. No. He goes down. 42-yard line, maybe the 41. Clock at 23 seconds, and the Cougars will leave it here. Going to call another timeout. You might as well. You can't take them home with you. Go ahead and call them. Coach Matthews, we were talking earlier about him. You know, seemed like his team fundamentally is very sound every year.
And this team, this year, more so than the last. This team has played excellent so far throughout this season. I mean, you know, they have a 3-1 record.
Well, they played Pikeville. Let me tell you, whoever plays Pikeville, you better be pretty good or you're going to go home beat. I mean, they've got a good football team this year. I think Harold told me he thought they'd be in the state playoff, you know,
I've heard
chance
Papaw,
state championship.
I've heard Papaw say it plenty of times.
Getting back to live play, 23 seconds to go. Cougars with a football, leading 28-0. Carson Adams looks downfield. Here's the throw. It's caught, but it's incomplete.
Wow. And that's a tough break for Letcher County, but Perry County has 16 and a half seconds to make something happen. Even advance it up the field. Try to get something to go, anything to keep them from getting into a situation with a running clock.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have, I don't think, a running clock yet, but, you know, Jonathan and Katie, we're awful close to that.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you're trailing 28-0, you know, one more end zone return and you're in dire strait, you know. So you want to come back out in halftime. I think the Commodores will get the ball the second half. They need a good special drive. McKenzie getting ready. Eldridge over here on the left side. Look for that maybe with a pass with just so many seconds on the clock. Here is the pass, and Miller can't bring it in. And a little behind him.
Yep. And once again, a poor snap by Perry County. You have to see McKenzie kind of going for it with both hands, trying to get it up above his head.
Well, you're at the 41-yard line. I think Coach Dixon was running a play across the middle. If he had it, he could cut up the right side and go out of bounds and stop the clock, was his intention there. Eldridge comes to the left side. Vincent on the other side along with Miller. McKenzie will get ready for the snap. 13 seconds to go. Here's the handoff. Commodores on the move.
Tackle by number 14, Caden Barnett for Letcher. Got that one snagged pretty quick before he could get any more yardage.
Gayhart, nice run there for the Commodores.
Seems like Perry is starting to do a lot better job of pressuring Adams in the pocket for Letcher County this time.
Yeah.
And they finally got the ball back, and they're trying to get it down the field a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what would be the safer way to go, to either rush it or to pass it, because I think you're right about the ball being slippery, John, because it seems like Adams is losing grip when he throws the ball, and then the snaps are off for Perry County. I think that's definitely affecting the game quite a bit.
Halftime in Lexington as Pikeville and LCA going at it, 17-14. LCA leading over Pikeville. That's a barn burner down in the Bluegrass.
And Frederick Douglass still leading Scott County 12-0, and they got 1:05 remaining in their first half.
Could be the last play of the half here coming up at Whitesburg as McKenzie will take it. The handoff. Gayhart running hard up the middle, and he'll go down to about the 33-yard line. Nice run by him.
Tackled by number 5, Keaton Day.
And that is, we thought it was going to be halftime. And
I believe they called a timeout.
They did indeed. Prairie Central. I think, you're down on the 35. Why not toss that sucker
That's
in the
right.
end zone?
It's kind of hard to tell how many timeouts are left. Josh ain't been messing with them.
Listen, you don't mess with a hired help. Just let it go and keep going. That's the way we do that. Josh has got to run this whole thing, and we don't need to get too rough.
That's why he makes the big bucks.
Yeah, we could have had Freddie down here helping.
Katie would like it.
He would not have been much help.
God, Lord, Freddie, no comment.
He is great at sending GIFs, though.
Yeah, Freddie's a pretty good fella, really.
So is it GIF or GIF?
He's all right.
I don't know. I've always said GIF. What do you say?
I don't know. Sometimes I'll say GIF, and then other times I'll say GIF. What do you think, David Adams? Do you know what a GIF is?
Well, I'm not there yet. Okay, let's get back to football. McKenzie getting ready for the snap. 5.9 seconds on the clock. It's in play. McKenzie looking. We got a flag. And he gets rid of it. And it's picked up by Gayhart. He will go 25, 20. I think we got a holding call down to the 15, but we got a holding call, I think, coming back. We'll let the official make the play.
Flag presented by Hyman ProMart. I'll say it again.
Oh, yes. All your home needs go to Hyman ProMart. Chop block and block them below the knees, and that is
that's against Perry County.
Yeah, it is. So we're at halftime, folks, here on Hometown 24, the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back. It's all Cougars so far in Whitesburg.
Brought to you by Bank of Hyman, Thacker Grigsby, Paradise Pizza, Game On Hazard, Wicker Law Offices in Hyman, Heinemann Land Auction Company, and TVS.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard. Since 1954, Hindman Funeral Services has been part of this community. When your family needs someone who cares, Danny Terry and his staff are here to help. During your family's time of need, they are a helping hand through every step of the process, from services to monument and to your loved one's final resting place. Celebrating over 50 years proud service to the community, Hindman Funeral Services.
Being in an accident can leave you feeling vulnerable and lost. You need a lawyer who will fight for you and be there by your side the entire way. What I believe is that with trust and collaboration, we can get you the justice that you deserve. Go to kyleshall.com right now to schedule a free consultation. I will review the details of your case and get you back on your feet. Don't navigate the legal system alone. Get me in your corner right now.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
Hard-hitting traditional wrestling is coming to your living room this Wednesday night. Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, the professional wrestling program the entire family has been waiting to see. See the biggest stars from the Appalachians and beyond compete in the hottest half hour of television anywhere. Now available in prime time. Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Hometown 24.
Welcome back to Whitesburg. We have halftime here, the Man Toyota at the half, and glad you're with us on this Friday night. Cool, but nice evening for high school football
David,
in the area.
I like that falsetto right there. That cool.
Oh, yes.
And, man, what a deal from Man Toyota. And, David, what a game we have tonight. Give us the rundown.
Well, it's been very simple rundown on this football game, to be honest with you. It's called turnover, turnover, turnover.
And flag. You forgot about flag.
And the flag. And, it's just been a game the Cougars have took advantage of when the opportunity has come. They've made the best of it. And they've got the game going their way right now, and I don't know what can change that, but Prairie Central needs something to happen very quickly, very early. Morgan County 0 and Knott County 0 here at the half. Breathitt County trailing Middlesboro near the half there, 19-0. And we'll try to get a Hazard and Danville report in Leslie and Martin County as soon as possible. And here at our game, it's 28-0 Cougars over the Commodore. And I'm surprised by this game more than any other game in the area.
And I am too, Before the whistle with Wes, I said word for word it was going to be a close game, but I think Letcher will take it. It is not a close game. And, as David said, and I'll say it one more time, score is 28-0.
Yeah, it's Katie, what stood out of the game so far that you have watched? What has surprised you? I know you're more of a volleyball fan than a football, but you seem to be interested in this game.
Oh, yeah. I like football, and I think the biggest thing that stood out to me is how much that Letcher County is rushing. I was expecting more passing yards because they are more of a passing team, but they also do a lot of rushing. So I guess that's what's caught me off guard the most out of this game, and how successful that their rushing is.
Yeah, in the first drive of the game, Carson Adams, 3 plays, 6 on the board, took 20. Yep. Yeah, it didn't take long at all, not even 30 seconds.
First touchdown took 24 seconds.
Yeah, and I've said that was too easy from a Commodore defense that's been playing well.
And for the record, Letcher Central had 2 touchdowns within a minute 15 seconds.
Which is absolutely crazy. So quickly for that to happen.
That's right.
Especially against a pretty good team that's been playing well this year. Last week they go to East Carter, they get beat. Sometimes you can go do that and you get down on yourself a little bit, especially when you're 3-0. Yep. And you go down and you just don't perform well and you don't have a good game. The hangover from it stays with you a little while, and you got to be tough. And I'm sure Coach Dixon is going to try to get his team prepared for that. Get them, he's going to tell them they're a better football team than 28-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, David. I thought I seen Bobby Boucher on a beautiful lawnmower go by over to the stadium where the Perry Central Commodores were staying. So I bet that the Perry Central Commodores are going to come out better in the second half. I really do. They have some of that water from the water boy.
Mama said play harder tonight. Come on.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Well, if Bobby's over there, look for the Commodores to change.
It was a John Deere, but it said something about blue on it because they don't like, the blue ones.
Katie, I'll ask you a question. If you're the Commodores, what do you have to do in the second half to come back from being down 28-0?
I would definitely keep Letcher County from rushing the ball. You got to defend more, pressure the pocket more, keep Adams from getting the ball out and about, make him throw it, try to make him mess up, try to make him miss, I can't think of the word. Fumble, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I was
go.
fumbling my words trying
There
to get
you
that
go.
fumble to come out.
Mama said fumbling's from the devil.
It's a rub off from Bobby Boucher. He's got to get off the field. He's getting me all tore up. I can't do this.
Well, David, that leads me to my next question with you. What does Letcher County have to do to maintain this lead?
Well, it's just keep doing the things they're doing. They're mixing it up on the rushing and on the passing, and Carson's doing a nice job with that. He's making good decisions with the football, when to hand and when to keep and make his move. He's doing real good. He's really reading the play very well right now, and he's doing a good job. Purry, Eldridge drops the ball and he's not seen it again.
That's right.
I think I'd like to see him come back, Coach Dixon, give him some more opportunities. He's so explosive.
Yes.
So quick and so strong. And, by the way, college football tomorrow, South Carolina and the Wildcats. What do you think?
Well, I talked about it with Wes a little bit, and, I think Kentucky can go and win tomorrow. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did take a loss.
Well, it's going to be tough down there. They're in a stadium that really backs their football team.
That's
so,
right.
But, I think Kentucky has got the better team. I've got them picked to win by 3. I just think they should win that football game.
You know what? Final answer.
3 points.
Final answer. If Hall of Famer David Adams says that UK is going to go down and win by 3 points, I'm going to say that they're going to go down and win by 6.
Don't bet on it. Don't put your hard-earned dollars
Yeah.
on it. We've got just around 3 minutes. We're getting there. A halftime show by some of the Letcher Central Band, who does a very nice job for the Cougars, all dressed out and doing an excellent job. I'm very impressed by their band. But we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have second half action right here on Hometown 24 here at the half. It's Cougars 28. Commodores will receive the football to start the second half when we come back. Hope you enjoyed the Man Toyota at the half. Stay with us. Second half coming up.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Brought to you by Bank of Heinemann, Thacker Grigsby, Paradise Pizza, Game On Hazard, Wicker Law Offices in Heinemann, Heinemann Land Auction Company, and TVS.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard. Since 1954, Heinemann Funeral Services has been part of this community. When your family needs someone who cares, Danny Terry and his staff are here to help. During your family's time of need, they are a helping hand through every step of the process, from services to monument and to your loved one's final resting place. Celebrating over 50 years proud service to the community, Heinemann Funeral Services.
Being in an accident can leave you feeling vulnerable and lost. You need a lawyer who will fight for you and be there by your side the entire way. What I believe is that with trust and collaboration, we can get you the justice that you deserve. Go to kyleshall.com right now to schedule a free consultation. I will review the details of your case and get you back on your feet. Don't navigate the legal system alone. Get me in your corner right now.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
Welcome back to this Cougar Stadium. We are coming into the second half. The Perry Central Commodores still have not scored yet. The score is 28-0.
Cougars getting ready to kick off here on this very, very good weather football night. A little squig in the air, and Commodores will just catch it and go down at the knee. 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
He didn't even go down at one knee. He double-kneed it. It was going down.
And I think this is the drive of the football game, to be honest with you. If the Cougars doesn't get something going here and the Commodores don't get something their way going and the Cougars get the football back, it could be a quick night here in Whitesburg.
Well, David, a question I have for you, and you know more about it than I do, but Perry County finished the half with a penalty. So do they come into this third quarter playing off of that penalty, or is it a fresh start?
Well, this is a fresh start. Coach Dixon's had time to sit down with the kids and try to get something. That McKenzie handoff, and Miller's got it, and he's going nowhere as he stopped around the 40. And a good defense by number 14 and number 80 of the Cougars.
That's Caden Barnett and Cooper Bailey.
Team tackling.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yep.
That's right.
If you got Coach Matthews over here, he's telling his kids, my goodness, guys, we're one score away from a running clock against the Commodores.
And that's exactly what's going on in Letcher County's head right now. Is if they do this, there's no way for Perry County to come back. If you're asking me, a 35-point deficit with a running clock.
McKenzie under center. Hand off to Miller again. He gets 3 on the play, and it's going to be up near the 43-yard line. And it's going to be third down, and a big third down coming up for the Cougars here and the Commodores. Dave Dixon sending me the LCA and Pikeville score. Dave, we appreciate that. That's a big game in the state tonight.
What's that score, Dave?
17-14. They're starting the third quarter back down there in Lexington, Pikeville down there. Handoff. Here's Gayhart. He gets fumble, believe it or not, and the official is waving it down. That would have been devastating. First down for the Commodores. Gayhart carrying the mail and getting that first down, and awful close. I think a fumble would have really just put the game in.
And that would have gave Letcher County the momentum to go on and get further down that field. But Elijah Gayhart for the Kyle S. Hall first down, and that was a big first down, David.
Yeah, no question about it. Third quarter here in Whitesburg, beautiful football stadium, Letcher County Central. Love their football team in Whitesburg. Prairie Central with the ball. Handoff. Commodores running it to the 40, down to the 35. Tackle made by number 3 of the Cougars.
Trevor Branham.
And, David, there was your boy Kobe Eldridge running that ball, and that's what you had talked about at the halftime.
I think you got to give him the ball.
You have to.
You know, he's athletic. He's a kid that can make some big-time moves for him. Gayhart carries the ball well.
He does.
Well.
He knows how to advance the ball just enough to get where the team needs to be.
We've not heard from Miller in a while.
We have not. He has been quiet all game tonight.
McGinnis to hand off, and that's Eldridge, and he will get 2 on that carry, and that's going to be a first down for the Commodores.
Once again, thank you all for tuning in with us for the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week.
Yeah. McKenzie has not looked to go in the air. He's been looking for that handoff here, so Coach Dixon is wanting a drive, to establish a drive, take a lot of time, make the defense work for the Cougars. Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. Want to thank ARH for our scoreboard.
Yes,
Good
sir.
people down there. We appreciate you so much during these hard times that we're facing. McKenzie, handoff. Gayhart off the right side. Met there by number 65 on a nice tackle by the Cougars.
Jackson Mead.
Mead on the play.
That's
2
his
yards.
third of the game, David.
Yeah. They've been aggressive all game. The
They
defense
have.
has. All game. In fact, one of the better defensive games we've had on hometown here. They have played it well. No question about it. 8 minutes, near the 8-minute mark as the clock runs. Second down and 8 to go for the Cougars. Ball's on the 31-yard line as Commodores will get ready for the snap. Cougars moving around a little bit, and I'm not sure if the defense didn't cause the movement
That's
that
what I
time in the zone, in the new zone. But they're going to call a false start. Evidently, the young man didn't
Wow.
go in the zone. He just scooted over. So, Commodores will have 5 more added to them to try to make, and now it's going to be second down and about 14. And, you know, mistake after mistake, fumble after fumble, and it's frustrating for the team. They're a better team than what they've shown tonight.
7:35 remaining in this third quarter. Letcher lead 28-0.
McKinney with a handoff. Is it Gayhart? I think so, but he gets nowhere as he's tied up. And that's not being open. The A gap's not being open. The B gap's not being open tonight. They've struggled. They've had better success running outside.
That's right.
Third down and a long way to town.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
See, we've got her wanting to sing now. We
Hey,
need to sell
you're the one that
tickets.
started
That's right.
it.
We need to sell tickets and get this out. McKenzie gets ready, takes a snap up the middle. He goes, the big guy. Gets about 5 on the carry. It's going to be fourth down coming up and third down.
And David?
No, it's fourth down. Fourth down and about 8.
I'm looking for a handoff to Cade Miller.
Well,
Because oddly enough, I'm not seeing Kobe. Never mind, they bring him out.
Eldridge is coming in. He's coming to the left side here to
That's
Wyatt.
right.
Miller is on the right side. Gayhart will line up beside McKenzie. Let's see what he does. He takes the snap, looks downfield. He's got a man. Throw is complete. Numbers and out of bounds, and that's going to be a caught ball. It should be, and that's number 17 of the Commodores. That's Maggart with his big catch of the night so far. First down for the Commodores.
And that is a huge first down. You go from being at the 36-yard line to being roughly at the 22. That's a big difference, and it gets you to a first down.
Absolutely.
I think that was a great benefit of not having a high snap on that one.
That's
He
right.
really was able to get the ball and to get it out to the receiver.
And you could see that. Like, he had a firm grip on the ball. He wasn't
Yeah.
trying to get it situated in his hand.
No slip grip.
That's right.
Gayhart will line up to the right of the quarterback as Miller, Vincent to the right side, Eldridge to the left.
Speaking of the snaps, that one was awful high.
It was. But McKenzie made the best of it and gets about 5 on the play, or close to 5. And we've got a player getting up slow. Gayhart's getting up slow. His helmet come off, so he'll come out for one play and be back. He runs off the field. Shouldn't be any problem with that. Second down and 5 to go. 5:52 as this quarter starts to run quicker than the second quarter. Less
That's right.
penalties. A
Yeah.
little more rushing, less penalties.
Their shoulders started hurting, so they realized, hey, we better not throw as many this quarter.
Absolutely. McKenzie gets ready. Miller beside him. That
High
snap
snap
was
again.
off, and it gives the quarterback a rough way to go as he had nowhere to go.
And I'm seeing a pattern with Chance McKenzie. When that pass is I guess you could say whenever that hike is too high,
He can't get it.
he can't get it, so he realizes, I just got to run.
Yeah, McKenzie
And
is.
it's worked twice in this game. And
Yeah.
every other time, he's either gotten sacked or
Yeah.
He really doesn't have the time to pull that back.
doesn't.
And get
Right. Miller will line up to the left as Coach Dixon will probably offsides on the defense. A hard snap call there by the Commodores to get 5 yards back that they need, and that's going to put it
on the 15.
Yeah. I think you're right. Right there to 14 maybe. Third down and about 3. So big play coming up.
But if Letcher County can clamp down on this.
Well, this is 4 down territory,
That's
as
right.
Katie mentioned a while ago. You get inside the 30, you go for it, So he's your McKenzie. Miller beside him. Eldridge is the left wide out, but no go.
Ooh.
McKenzie's going to run it to the 5 and inside the 5 by foot. And it's a big play by him as the Commodores will have it first and go.
Tackled by number 46, Kobe Johnson, and number 16, White Ison.
Team tackling there by the Cougars.
Takes 2 to take a guy like him down.
It does.
It does. Big guy, and he's getting involved in this football game right now. And no signal yet as Cougars are changing up defense as McKenzie may be changing his play. He's got Eldridge over here. Got a height advantage on the left end over here. So look for that. The wide out, he's big, but McKenzie has made his mind up. He's going to run it. He had nowhere to go that time. As
they definitely closed that gap before he could realize it.
Yep. Made it to the 5, and that's as far as he made it. So it'll be second and go. Clock running. Cougar defense trying to dig in here and make the big play to turn the Commodores back. Cougars, well, if score's 28-0, you've got 3 tries to get this ball in. So I see what Coach Dixon will draw up. Coach Matthews, look for him to send maybe a linebacker or two this time, shoot the gap,
and
see if he
David,
can make a play.
Perry County has had possession the entire quarter.
Yes, they have. That's one way you keep the other team from not scoring. That's for sure. We're going to have a timeout as Coach Dixon wants to talk to the Commodores. We're at the Hometown 24 Game of the Week in Whitesburg.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to Whitesburg here on Friday Night Football. Hometown 24, Bank of Hyman Game of the Week, and we're glad you are all with us. Glad to have you along. And this is a big play for the Commodores. Second down. McKenzie getting ready. He's got Eldridge tailback position. They're going to hand it to him. 5-4. He's going in. That is a touchdown by the Commodores. I like the play. I thought he loaded his backfield. The fullback, nice block. He also pulled a guard from the left side to come over and help. And I thought that was a nice drawn-up play by Coach Dixon, Mark Dixon of the Commodores. Extra point coming up, 28-6.
The Mint Cottage touchdown, courtesy of Kobe Eldridge.
Flag on the play.
And we got a false start. Bryce Adams getting ready to kick the extra point for.
That's going to be against the offense.
Yeah, but, that's not really a hard penalty there. I mean, Bryce has still got plenty of leg strength there, the young man does, to get that across.
And Perry County now eliminated the possibility of a running clock.
No good. It's off to the left. Bryce Adams had enough leg there, but curled off on him. And we're going to leave it at 28-6. 3:19 to go. And we'll be back on Hometown 24.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Welcome back after a timeout and a switch over. We now have the Cougars with 28, and Perry Central just got a touchdown, went for the field goal but did not make it, so they only got 6 now.
All right, 28-6, and Commodores getting ready to kick off. Cougars will receive the football. Little squibble dropped on the field. Number 3 for the Cougars. That's Branham with the cover.
And that was a great play right there.
It was. It was.
Mr. Kyle Maggart is tuning in tonight. We want to say hello to Kyle.
That is Mr. AMW, baby.
He officiates, does a lot of things with the young kids in the region, and
he body slams a lot of guys.
He does indeed. Cougars, Adams fakes it, runs the left side, got a good block from his tackle, number 68, and he's going to get out of bounds around the 46-yard line, 47, 48. Must have touched the line a little early there. First down for the Cougars.
First down presented by Kyle S. Hall.
I tell you, I was impressed with the Commodores' drive.
Yes.
They made some.
It took them
good
8.5 minutes to get there, but they got there.
Adams goes back. Here's the throw. Cougars got it down to the 45. Cuts in. Going to be met there and going to make it to the 40. It's number 8 for the Cougars. It's Henning, and I like him. He's been a big asset tonight. I've been impressed with the guard and tackle play on the line of the Cougars.
And that is where they excel because it leaves opportunities for the quarterback and all the receivers as well.
Yeah. I've liked the play of Stamper tonight, number 75. He's played well at the tackle spot, left tackle. He's had some good blocks over there. Adams back, a little motion by the Cougars coming across, and there's the fake as Adams drives it up the middle. He gets, and he keeps going back, and folks, you got to go forward if you can.
Yep.
Nice decision by Carson, though, to pull the ball. Probably should have just bit the bullet and went into the defender.
Take a chance on knocking him on his back and advancing the yardage a little bit, but now it's which they still gained a little bit.
Yeah. Nice tackle by number 4 of the Commodores.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith. Look for Little. He's been in motion the last 2 times, and here he comes again with a handoff, and he got it this time, running the right side, 30, 20, 10. He's going to the house if there's no flag. We got 6 on the board.
Mint Cottage touchdown, courtesy of the Cougars and Jonah Little.
Yeah, and nice play by the Cougars. I thought a good key block in that was number 22, Bashir, as he come in and took care of the end, and nice job. The Cougars will go for the extra point. Little getting ready to try to tack on point number 35 for the Cougars.
I tell you, he's just really done a lot
Yes.
tonight. He even threw a couple passes in there. He's done a lot of rushing down the yard. And then he's also given us our field goal, so I think he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's been nice on the extra point tonight for the Cougars, no question about it. 35-6, Cougars. We'll be back.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
And there we have Tim Short Auto Group, and we thank Mr. Tim Short for helping us out and all our sponsors, as we want to mention all of them before we get off tonight. Katie, you and Jonathan, we want to talk to them, and we're very thankful that they help Hometown 24, and we want to thank Letcher County Central for letting us come in, and Perry County Central to do this football game as well.
And it's all about giving these kids the publicity that they deserve, you know.
Absolutely. And why not watch a good football game?
That's right.
On a Friday night. Get the popcorn out, get the Pepsi, RC, Sprite,
Yeah, man.
whatever, and watch a good football game.
This man said RC Cola, flashback to the 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Little with the kickoff. It's still rolling, and Commodores jump on it around the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Nice kick. Kicked it away from everyone and
That's
got
right.
the row, and that was a nice kick by the Cougars. Commodores need to make it 19-8 Middlesboro as Breathitt County gets on the board. Breathitt County still looking for that first win. Am I not mistaken on that? And who would have thought that?
I can remember all of us talking before the season started.
Yeah.
Saying that Breathitt County had the potential to be one of the best teams in the region.
Absolutely. Say hello to David Ritchie down in Jackson watching tonight. Always good to say hello to Big Dave. Here's the snap, and we got Gayhart running straight up and picks 5 up there for his number 46 of the
Kobe
Cougars.
Johnson.
Johnson with a big tackle there.
Minute 32 remaining in this third quarter. Letcher County lead 35-6. And Letcher County just seeming like everything is going their way tonight. And Perry County has struggled getting the ball up the field. They're doing it rather slowly. But hey, maybe, sometimes slow and steady wins the race, but not tonight, Dave.
McKenzie tossed Eldridge. He makes the catch, and a nice. In fact, I thought the Cougar might have got there a little early.
That's what I thought, too.
Number 16 on the tackle for the Cougars.
1st and 10 from the 28.
That was Wyatt Ison, sorry.
Ison.
There's a spider over here Josh was trying to scare me with.
Oh, I see. Josh Cornett giving everybody a rough time right now.
That's right.
McKenzie, the handoff. Gayhart's got it. Spins up to the 30. Gets about 2 more there as he's pushed forward if they give him there. Nope. 33-yard line is all he's going to get. Clock under a minute. Third quarter. 35-6. Commodores trying to get something going here and add to the score.
And David, I was just looking around the room and I happened to glance down at all your jewelry. My guy, what you got? About $1,000 in that bracelet.
He wears more than what I wear.
God!
I don't know. I guess I just, got it on. McKenzie, the throw, and his teammate did not see him. And number 3 of the Cougars, that's Branham. Almost a super play that would have been huge.
But, David, for the reference, I like it.
Yeah. My mom bought me that ring a long time ago, many years ago. And,
Looks good with your tan.
Yeah, it does.
Well, thank you.
You gotta teach me some. You gotta teach me some tricks, David.
Well,
a lot of time laying on the beach.
Exactly right.
Benson way over to the right. Handing it off. Gayhart's got it, and he's met there hard as Cougars have really stopped the inside run off guard and tackle. Number 5.
Keaton Day.
Keaton Day is coming up big right now for the Cougars. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. 35-6. It's all Cougars so far.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard.
Bringing it back around the bend here at the Cougar Stadium, we are coming into the fourth quarter. So far, all Cougars 35-6.
Yes, it has, and it's been one of those games where turnovers has been big in this game, and it happens sometimes. Eldridge getting ready to punt away, and a nice punt, and it hits his teammate, and it's going to die, should die right there where he made contact. Ball's going to be on the 28-yard line. Cougars will have it 1st and 10. Hope to get another report, Pike, from the LCA down there in Lexington. That's a very close ball game. That could be, those two could meet again.
That's right.
Yes, maybe. We'll have to look how that works, but I would think so.
And David, Letcher County just one more score away from a running clock. What do you think Letcher County has to do to get there?
Well, they had good balance the last time. They've had success running the football. Carson Adams has had success on the fake and go. He's been tough tonight to read for the defense. There's a good pass and a good hit, and he's got him. He's at the 50, the 40. He's still on his feet down to the 35, and that was Little, and Little made it big that time.
Oh, yeah.
And, David, I've wanted to ask you this all night, but we've just been so caught up in this game. How big of an advantage do you think that having home field makes for Letcher County?
Well, it always helps, you know. I mean, anytime you go on the road against a pretty good team, if this game was played at Prairie Central tonight, maybe the score would have been different a little bit, who knows. But I really think Prairie's got a better team than what they played tonight.
And I completely agree.
And I think the Cougars are playing their football. I mean, here's Adams. He's down, and he's going to be down about the 11, 12-yard line, but the official's going to mark it at the 15, which I thought he took another step. But
I did too.
And
he makes long strides.
Yeah, those guys are the guys calling the game and doing a good job tonight. They've been very mobile and keeping the kids in the flow of the game.
Carson Adams presenting to you the Kyle S. Hall first down on the 1st and 10 from the 15.
Little's out getting ready. I look for him to come back. He's just been too good as Carson Adams will toss this one. And number 22 could not handle that. That's Bashir. Hit him in the face.
Yeah.
But I thought the ball was a good
That's what I thought.
Position.
I mean, it was an easy catch. He was aware of what was going to happen because he turned around before he even threw it.
If you look at Adams, he's a big, strong guy.
He is, and he's tall.
Yeah, he's having a good season so far.
He is.
He really is. Cougars trying to get in that end zone so they can go home early tonight, and Commodores working to try to stop this from happening. Adams with it, hands off, Cougars on the move, 10-5, it could happen. Touchdown, number 22, that's Bashir running in. A nice run by him, 15 yards out, carries the mail home in Whitesburg. Extra point coming up. And, well, folks, I'm surprised, and I think a lot of people are surprised. I think a lot of people would think they're playing at Letcher Central. Cougars a little advantage there, at home, and they've been playing well. But I don't know if anybody expect this. Cougars a big football game tonight. Extra point by Little is good, and that clock will move continuously when the next play gets started. South Carolina and the Cats, 7 o'clock. Both of you are picking South Carolina. Is that correct?
Nope, UK by 6.
I'm with John.
You with UK?
Yeah, I'm with Little John.
Yeah. Okay. I've got them winning that game, but a lot of people, I don't know how Josh feels about it, but I got Kentucky by 3 points.
Josh has 3 touchdowns.
Boy, Josh has got a lot of confidence in the Wildcats in Columbia, South Carolina.
Confidence is key.
Confidence is key.
That's right.
Oh, my.
We got an earthquake here at the
Yes,
station.
we do. Our water bottles are flying. I think that confidence got it going.
Yeah, I think it hit the scale at about a 7.3.
Yeah.
Man, if it makes Josh Cornett laugh, it must be very funny.
Mr. Little will get ready to kick off for the Cougars. And by the way, if somebody don't do a special play, Mr. Little will be on our screen at the end of the game. Eldridge has got it 30, 35 out at the 37 or between the 36, 37. We'll see Ads Mark be first down Cougars.
And now that there's a running clock, did you see the activity from Letcher County right there? Not one, not two, not three, 4 guys back on him in what seemed like the blink of an eye.
Yeah, give Coach Matthews and his staff a lot of credit. They had their team ready tonight. They were in good flow from the start. They played very aggressive. They took care of the football. No turnover.
Yep.
For the Cougars. Scott County and Frederick Douglass, 19-0. Scott County going to go home sad on the bus ride from Lexington to Georgetown tonight. Mackenzie's throw was there, but number 14 making the play for the Cougars.
That is Caden Barnett.
Barnett. We've called his name.
Yes,
a
we
few
have.
times tonight.
He's been very active on this defensive end for Letcher County, and another good showing of sportsmanship between Kobe Eldridge and Caden Barnett.
Try to get a Pikeville UCLCA score, and also Morgan County and Knott County, if we can possibly get that. And also we have Breathitt and Middlesboro. We're trying to maybe get another score. McKenzie with a run, and he's going to pick up about 7 on that carry. Be third down coming up for the Commodores. I'm sure Coach Dixon, if he don't get it, he will still go for it. I mean, the scoreboard doesn't matter at this point. You just want to keep playing and, get some people involved. Commodores started the season 3 wins, and East Carter come to town, and then they had to travel to Letcher, and it's been tough. So maybe next week the Commodores will have a chance to get line back out. McKenzie will get the first down. Nice carry.
And McKenzie has done well running tonight.
I think he has. I don't think the Commodores have played bad. I think the turnovers has made it look bad. 6-0 Morgan County, third quarter, or maybe starting the fourth, possibly there.
Seems like using McKenzie to run the ball has been really helpful where he's so big and powerful.
Yes.
They're having a hard time keeping him back in the pocket.
Letcher County in good position for an interception. Yeah. And I think they're going to call a holding on Perry County.
Yeah, well, no, I think Perry's going to get the penalty because they made contact with Eldridge there. So I think it's going to be 15 yards and first down. Pass interference. I thought there was a little too much contact in the upper body there. So, I mean.
Katie, if we can take anything away from tonight, you don't argue with a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely not.
Now, Katie.
I don't argue.
I know.
Yeah, you do.
I only argue with you, John.
I can see why, Katie. Really.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mr. Adams. Remind me not to make your head swell up no more talking so good about you.
And by the way, before we do get out of here tonight, I want to say it's been a great pleasure to have worked with both of you tonight.
And it's been great to get to work with both of you. I'm glad Katie got to join us.
I am too.
And before long, David, she'll be putting us both out of business.
Yep. Tackle made at 40 by number 14, and that was a tackle by the Cougars. That was Barnett, and he made a hit on McKenzie.
He hit him like a semi. That was.
Yeah.
Whew.
He hit him hard.
I've always heard when you get blindsided, it don't matter how big or small they are. When you get blindsided, that thing's going to hurt.
Yep. he's coming back out, and the clock continues to move ahead. And I want to thank our sponsors when we get a chance here. Katie's going to read the list and thank all of our sponsors for being part of this tonight. Snap to McKenzie. Throw up, caught by Eldridge, and not Eldridge.
God.
That's number 2. That's Blair. No, that's not Blair. That's Benson with a big catch. Ty Benson, and a little extra activity there. Should be third down and about 5.5, we're going to call it.
And while we have a second, we're going to shout out our sponsors real quick. We got the Mint Cottage, Kyle S. Hall, Thacker and Grigsby, Hyman ProMart, the Bank of Hyman, Man Toyota, Alice Lloyd College, Mind Made Adventure Park, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, and Katie, you want to take it to the rest of them?
Appalachian Wireless, Tim Short Auto Group, Derek Bowling, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Hyman Funeral Home, Paradise Pizza, Game On, Jerry Wicker Law Office, Hyman Land Auction Company, Mountain Comprehensive Healthcare presents Before the Whistle this evening.
And it has been so fun tonight. And not only is Katie learning a little bit, I'm even learning from you, David. And, you know, it's definitely different not having Papa Harold here in the building, but
yeah, not driving against Morgan on the 11-yard line, third quarter, with a chance here to maybe make this game even in Morgan County. Ball moved back, be third down and a long way for the Commodores. Ball is on the 46-yard line. McKenzie will get ready. Eldridge, look out for him. And Miller's got it,
Just barely
40, and gets inside the about 37-yard line with 3:15 to go. Thank all of our sponsors and thank all of you all for joining in tonight, watching the football game. We're always glad to have you along.
42-6 with 2:55 remaining on a running clock. Perry County in a 4th and 11 situation from the 37. And David, this game did not turn out the way that I think any of us had expected to.
Oh,
here
no,
tonight.
we expected a closer game. And, you know, I know it's been a disappointment, but Perry, you know, they'll go back and work hard, practice,
right.
and get ready for the next game. That's the way you approach this. McKenzie trying to get out of it, makes his throw, caught. Commodores up to the 30-yard line. And so that's going to do it. And
it'll go back to Letcher Central.
McKenzie wanted to go to Miller over there on the left flat, but he was covered well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job by the Cougars on defense that time. And if you're the Cougars, I think you will run 3 plays up the middle and go home.
Yep.
I think they done a really good job pressuring the pocket on that time.
They did.
And quarterback McKenzie for Perry, I think he done very well getting that ball back out
He
after
did.
he had been pressured so much.
And, you know, for a bigger guy, we've watched him improve from improving his throwing to where last season his problem was his quickness.
Yep.
And now he's kind of brought both of those together, and now he has a foundation to build off of.
Yep. Adams getting ready, the handoff. Here comes the Cougars, 30, 35, and he's going to carry it to about the 37-yard line. Nice run by the Cougars. That was Branham. And by the way, who's their Alice Lloyd College player of the game?
Well, I don't think that there's any dispute between any of us, and I'm going to have to give it to number 7, Jonah Little.
Jonah Little, do you agree?
I would
Katie?
definitely agree. All around, he's been all over the field tonight on both sides.
He has. And while Carson Adams is a very close second with all that he's done tonight, Jonah Little has done a little bit of everything for this team, and he's gotten 2 touchdowns on his own.
Absolutely. Handoff, and Cougars will slide it up the middle right off guard, and I think that's going to do it. And I really don't see no need to stop it. And the score,
That's right.
26 seconds, and that is going to do it. And that's going to be our final score, 42-6. It's been all Cougars from the start.
It had been 13 points. My bad. 14 points in a minute and 15 seconds.
Absolutely, and 21 points off of turnovers.
That's right.
That is huge, and that got the Cougars started. Want to say congratulations to them on a game well played, and to the Commodores, they'll get back to practice under Coach Dixon and get ready for this game. I think they're a much better team. Not taking anything away from the Cougars. Cougars play good
That's
football.
right, they did.
But I thought the Commodores, this wasn't in good flow of the football game. Well, for Jonathan Hicks, Katie Sloan, I'm David Adams. For Josh Cornett here in the studios, we want to thank everyone for being with us on the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. Letcher County Central 42, Prairie Central 6. Hope you join us next Friday night for more high school football. You all have a safe weekend and a good night, everyone.